We're good?
All set. All set.
All right. Oh, man, do I put this hat on with pride.
Our Yanks, baby.
That's right.
2 out of 3. What'd you say? 6 out of 8 they need?
6 out of 8.
Yeah. On our way?
Well, I'm not sure you're part of it, but well on our way.
I've been here longer than you, pal.
Oh, you were there in 81?
I sure was in spirit.
World
yeah.
Series? Win the first 2 against the Dodgers, lose the last 4 in the strike-shortened season? 95 against the Mariners, Dottie Baseball's last series?
Yeah, you were there the whole time.
And then Tino rolls in and takes all the glory. It's bullshit. Bullshit.
Right.
0-1, Arizona, Mariano.
That I was there for.
Soriano hits the home run off Schilling, takes the lead. Mariano's great in the 8th. And then collapses in the 9th, throws that ball away, and then it's over.
People forget. They think of a Red Sox collapse with Mariano, but...
0-2, first-round series lost to Anaheim. I remember it.
Right.
0-3, Brad Penny and Josh Beckett.
Oh, God.
Do I even need to talk about 0-4?
No, I don't think
I mean,
we
let's
do.
let us not. 19-8, I'm dancing in the streets of Boston.
Yeah.
Up 3-0.
I don't need to open those wounds.
Oh, jeez. Dave Roberts,
But we're back now,
the
baby.
bloody sock.
The glory days.
5.5 out of the wild card. Just get us to the wild card.
Yeah.
That was Garrett Cole I wanted to see the other night. Is that his name?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see that night. Throwing the 100,
Well,
hitting the black.
I will say I liked our fans attacking the Red Sox
Yeah,
players.
I'd like to see Cole throw that ball at Verdugo's head. What can you do? There's been more words written about from beat writers like Rob, Bradford, Ian Brown, and all these guys about this Verdugo story than the other one. This assault they're concerned about.
He's a victim of assault, you see.
This assault they're concerned about. And then I had to finally get rid of that. Who's the guy who adopted like 30 kids and is an idiot and got fired for being a moron on Twitter? Blind Prison Mike?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. He was going back and forth. Right.
Tweeting about how Verdugo, he's a Red Sox fan. Go away. Oh, God. I'm glad you lost your job.
I would say to that
Jesus.
guy, he seems like a very nice guy.
No,
but, like,
take his kids away.
Save yourself.
Jesus. Can I throw baseballs at this? I'll tell you what. It's Sacco. He's back in. I'll follow him again.
Okay.
If he allows me to throw baseballs at his kids' heads.
That seems hard.
Is that, then we'll call it even. Is that fair?
They've suffered enough. Their
not
dad
saying-
won't get off Twitter, for Christ's sake.
I'd say I'm going to introduce Verdugo to his daughter. I'm not going that far.
Right,
What I'm
right.
saying is I'll throw baseballs at the guy's head.
Yeah.
That's the kid's head and the guy's head.
Yeah, a lesson teacher, we call it.
He's sitting there on Twitter like, you just show. I don't care. I fucking hate the Red Sox. And what really, the bottom line is these reporters totally ignored. We had Francona's kid on
Yeah.
to
Nick,
talk about it. Yeah, and then we had that weird back and forth with that woman, Jessica something, remember?
she never came on.
Right. Yeah. But like, I don't want to redo the Verdugo story, but just look it up and, I think he filmed a girl getting the shit beat out of her.
Yeah.
And
That wasn't confirmed, right? That it was him, but it pretty much was. We don't
He's
know.
on the Red Sox. I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
It was all on Snapchat. None of it was confirmed because it all goes away on Snapchat. So
But that's my thing with him is like, sure, we don't know what his role was in that, but if you're part of an assault that was filmed, maybe don't bitch about getting a baseball thrown at you.
Well, it's just like, and I mean,
This is too far.
and like, to me, throw baseballs at Verdugo's head. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's a dick.
Exactly.
He's on the Red Sox. I don't give a fuck. What am I supposed to do? Pretend I'm ups. Oh, the amount of fucking people, these Red Sox fans. Jesus Christ. They threw a ball at my guy's head a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Giancarlo.
Yeah.
I still call him Mike when I talk to him.
Well, you're right.
We're old
That's
friends.
Close friends.
Yeah.
It's like saying Bob De Niro on The Tonight Show.
Oh, I would love to call Bob De Niro Bob.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a douche, but still.
I heard the worst one ever I heard of those is I recently heard someone refer to Philip Seymour Hoffman as Phil Hoffman.
I've heard that before.
Oh, that's nauseating.
I miss PS every day.
Well, we all do.
Yeah, I do. That's what we called each other. I wonder, we've probably talked about this. I wonder what, if there's been a great role in the last 10 years that Philip Seymour Hoffman would have had that somebody else had.
That somebody else I'm sure. Probably. What has Jonah Hill been in?
Well, he's a little older than Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like those guys, I don't know.
He would have played, if there's a movie to write about Bill Belichick, I always thought he would have been a good Belichick.
You think so?
Yeah. No?
I guess. I always thought the guy looked, somebody who looks just like Belichick. What was his name? He was on Mad Men.
Harry Crane?
yeah,
No, not Harry Crane. Look up the guy who played Duck Phillips.
Oh, yeah. You think he looks like Belichick? I can't remember.
Yeah, poor Duck Phillips. Remember he's a drinker?
Yeah.
He was with Peggy when Kennedy got killed?
Yeah, he does look like Belichick, I guess.
He
A little
does look
thinner.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Moses.
Yes.
Yes,
Does he look like him?
he does kind of look
yeah.
like him.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be an odd piece of casting.
It's kind of like he's a dorkier version of him. Yeah.
He was great. That poor guy on Mad Men, though. That was sad.
Yes, it
He
was.
cannot handle his booze. Him and Bill Murray's brother, Freddie. Remember he pissed
Bill Murray's
himself at the in the meeting.
Yeah, I didn't know that was Bill Murray's
Yeah,
brother.
it's one of the Murray brothers.
shit.
Yeah, Joel Murray, I believe. I think. Look that up. What was his name? Freddie Rumsen? Is
Yes.
that right?
Oh, that's Bill Murray. That's funny to think of.
I loved Mad Men, but it's created by a guy who wrote for The Sopranos. You can tell there's so many massive ups and downs, though. Like there are seasons of Mad Men where you're just like, oh,
A lot slower than The Sopranos, though.
for sure. But
A
you
lot of
could
episodes
tell,
where I'm like, well, okay, let's wrap this up here.
there's also random dream stuff. Like you could see the Chase influence for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right, Dave?
Yeah, Joel Murray, Freddie Rumsen.
Joel Murray, the star of Moving Violations, I believe, which is an '80s comedy about this is back in the '80s when you make movies, about things, about people who went to traffic school, like Too Many Tickets, a comedy about that. Moving Violations.
It's fun.
Yes, Joel Murray. I think that Tilly girl. I think. Anyway, I don't know. Well, good morning. Welcome back to the Kirk Minahan Show. Mike Geary is here after a
Hello.
day off on Friday. We went long, over 3 hours, I think. On
Yeah, it was a
Friday.
long
I mean,
show.
we had the Gilbert interview.
Technically, I was here.
That's true. That's true.
spirit.
That's true. Particularly in the last 15 minutes of that interview, you were there.
Yes. People made fun. That's not a nervous thing, by the way.
That's a hard. I was thinking about this. I think it's harder for you than for neither one of us can see him. Obviously, he's
Right.
on, but it's harder when you're not in the first chair.
Right. Because I also don't want to step on you
Right.
with some dumb question you don't give a fuck about.
Right. Well, you did.
Basically, we call.
What was that?
That was number one.
Okay.
And then number two. Oh, hold on.
Show.
Did you hear it?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right here.
Yeah.
Gilbert,
And I always go, well, does that mean they're not doing the show?
I thought Gilbert.
Basically,
It's also tough. It's also doubly
It is
tough
tough,
because you don't know if he's about to tell a joke or not.
Exactly. Yeah,
There's
I
a
don't want
lot
to go,
go-
hey,
is it-
pipe down, legendary comic.
Right. It's a hard.
There's more of a delay on the internet video than there was on the phone, like if you were doing one on the phone.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
so that one's tough to. Yeah.
Well, it was great. And I heard Justin say in the wrap-up show that he was driving Mike back, and Mike said,
Boy, do I love being misquoted.
I want to get rid of everybody right when I heard this. There's nothing. Believe me, I tell you, I don't want to make people's dreams come true.
I was furious when I heard this.
I think Justin's quote was, Justin, get Justin on here quick. I know we have the Justin delay.
I hope you don't miss the first part of the quote.
What was the quote you were doing your hideous wrap-up show with
Yes.
some idiot on Friday, right?
Correct.
And you said you drove Mike home, which is part of your job application, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was going to text Dave to tell you to get me some grapes this morning, but I felt that was beneath you.
No, it's
not?
not. Nothing is beneath me.
Okay, good. I may need
you
some
go.
grapes before the show's over. 14 pounds down, by the way, Mike.
Very nice.
14 in
how-
19 days, Colony.
Holy
Wow.
shit. That's
What do you think of that?
You and Bill Burr. Bill Burr did a rant on this too. He's trying to drop 3 pounds a week.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Well, is he
That's a
drink
nice
a lot
goal.
still or no?
No.
So he wants to lose 160 pounds this year?
No. He wants. I think he wants to drop 20 something. Yeah.
No, he could use it.
Yeah.
He could use it.
27.
I like when he's like, when he does the joke where he's talking about, I'm glad Brady moved down to Florida because he's old.
All right.
What?
I don't like that you've made Bill Burr into a hack.
What? No, I like that. I like
He's
that.
one of the edgier comedians of the last 20 years.
He's trying something new, I heard. After he does that joke, he pauses and he says, really? Really?
You believe this, folks?
I can't.
He's up there with a newspaper.
Unbelievable. So speaking of comedians, and I know Bill Burr is one of your favorites as well.
Yes.
So we had Gilbert on Friday. Sensational, loved it. He was in Providence last night, I guess, I suppose. So Justin was giving Mike a ride home.
Yes.
Mike, by the way, is in on this mystery trip now.
I guess so, yeah.
Right? Is that? Oh,
If there's a role for me.
There's a-
I mean, if
there's a big role
position
for you.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
big buttery roll for you, my friend.
Oh, boy. Great.
I don't mean friend. We did the Gilbert interview on Monday. So Justin's driving Mike home, and Mike said, "Set the scene for me, if you would. Where are you guys exactly? At the light? I picture you guys at a light. No?
Nope.
We were pulling out of here.
Literally just pulling out of here.
Okay, pulling out, heading over to Mike's apartment.
Correct.
And what happens?
Mike goes, I don't mean to sound, because I said it was a good interview. Yeah, it was funny. He
Another
goes,
misquote.
And then he goes, yeah, Gilbert Gottfried laughing at one of my jokes is like a top
Nope.
5.
Wow.
No.
And let me just say real quick. I mean, that's a really tough top 5 to crack.
Can I tell you?
I don't know how you can get in those. What's some of the other top 5 moments, Mike, in this life so
The reason I hate this fucking misquote so much is because knowing this would come up at some point, I prefaced it by saying, even if I had nothing to do with it, hearing that guy laugh was a top 5 highlight of
Justin,
my
was that
life.
the quote?
So, no, you're saying that just hearing him laugh is a top 5 moment?
I'm saying in an interview that I was in on, I said even if I had nothing to do with it.
No, you didn't say that.
Okay.
You said making him laugh. You said making him laugh.
No, I didn't.
Wow. Look at Mike pulling the strings in that interview, making Gilbert laugh and laugh.
Yes, I was.
Comedic master. Thank you, Justin.
This guy also gave hot takes on me on that same wrap-up show.
What did he say?
But by the way, we're missing the part where he goes, "I've got a big inside scoop for you."
I did hear that
before he gave that quote,
because I was about to get
which I don't know why it
furious.
was.
I was like, if this guy's saying anything, I kill him. What else did he say?
He said, Jared Carrabis brings a lot of things that Mike isn't capable of, I believe.
Like muscles?
Yeah, yes.
Baseball? Well, you did some baseball. What is that? Oh, get Justin back up for a second then. What do you, in your mind, Justin, so Mike said that on the wrap-up show, you said Jared Carrabis brings a lot to the table that Mike doesn't bring to the table.
That he can't. Yes.
That he can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, thank you. What?
Like, Jared's a single guy, talking about the Andrea stuff.
I'll break up with that bitch.
Well,
is that what you want?
I mean, it's just like the New York stuff. It's just they both bring completely different things. It's not like,
He's talking about the Andrea thing is like, that was like November, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But like,
that was 9 months ago.
Yeah, the ass eating stuff. I mean, there's just things.
Well, Mike will do that.
I'll eat ass, baby.
Yeah.
All day.
Will you eat
Bend over.
Justin's ass?
Sure.
Can we do that on YouTube, Dave, or no?
We could try. Yeah, we
Get
could
on all
try.
fours.
We'll
Harry's
see what
here.
happens.
I don't think it's necessary at this point. Harry's already a man, though. After John Cena music came out at the end of the show last night, Harry went from boy to a man.
I liked his-
Hair all
He's
over
a
the
Cena
place.
guy. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, he was excited.
I liked his business takes, though. Dad,
that?
you're getting screwed with this peacock.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Justin. Oh, Peacock is a disaster.
Why is it? So is it just that it doesn't work? Because I hear people complaining about other
There's
things.
50
about
different things that's wrong with it.
Yeah.
So, first, like last night. So, I think I've said this before. Harry Minahan, who's in the next room right now, Dave and Justin have some TV for. I can only imagine what's on there.
on some sales calls.
Yeah, right. He's got Morgan. So he doesn't want to watch the girls' matches. So we jump in a little bit late. The reasoning is if there's a girls' match, boom, we fast forward through it, get to it. Peacock still, you can't start over at the beginning of a program. You have to, like last night's show, Dave, Money in the Bank.
Yep.
When you're live, it's live. You can't go back. There's no rewind capability.
That makes no sense. Well, could you do that
insane.
with the network?
Yes.
Oh, you
yeah,
could.
of course you could.
Okay, I
There's
can't remember.
$1 billion they spent on WWE. You can't fucking rewind it. And it freezes all the time. It pauses all the time. I mean, I'd rather have Carrabis actually can add something to this. You can't. But
It was
I don't have a
shitty.
television.
I only used it once. I used it for WrestleMania. I haven't used it since. It was a bad experience then. I haven't gone back.
disaster zone. Disaster zone. And Harry said, yeah, if you're paying for this, you're getting ripped off. I said, I'm paying, I don't know what it is, but $7 a month or so. I forget. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they have nothing else to offer.
I was going to say the people that have it for that only have it for wrestling.
Well, that's not true because they have The Office and they have
you
parts
can't
of
watch
the
the
Office.
Office.
HBO.
You can watch The Office anywhere.
HBO
It's
is
on
The
Comedy-
Office.
I think The Office is on Comedy Central all the time.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's true,
syndication you can watch it, but it's the only place you can get it on streaming.
Well, so what?
I don't
though?
think so. Doesn't HBO have it?
HBO, I wouldn't think.
No.
Maybe, but I
The
can't-
Office was like 7% of all Netflix viewing.
I know, it's crazy.
It's
I think you're
nuts.
thinking, maybe you're thinking of Friends, Mike. I don't know. Look
I
it
thought
up.
The
Dave.
Office
You
and Friends
You may be
went
right.
to
I don't
HBO,
know.
but I could be
That'd be
wrong.
weird if Peacock gave The Office to HBO Max at all, though.
Well,
Just
They
financially.
have Friends too. I don't know if they had a choice. Does NBC own
Oh,
the
good
rights
question.
to The Office?
Well, I'm thinking if it's on Peacock. For instance, if NBC owned Friends, it would be on Peacock.
Right.
You know what I
but
mean?
they may not own it exclusively. Is all
Why don't
I'm
we
saying.
find out the answer? We could debate this all day if you like. It's important to me.
HBO ended up paying $425 million for the rights to air Friends exclusively on HBO Max.
Okay, doesn't
But
have
not
our,
The Office?
Not our answer yet, though. We'll keep debating. I mean, they could, Mike. What do you think?
Well, here's the thing, Kirk, is that if they don't have the exclusivity,
They may
that's
not
the
have
big
it.
deal.
But if they do, it'll be there.
I think The Office was a Universal show, so that would make sense.
The debate continues. We'll never have an answer to
Get
this.
Harry in here. What does he think?
Dave? Do you need me to tell you what to type on Google?
No, well,
If it doesn't come up, then no, they don't have The Office.
they do not. They do not. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so it was the number 7% of all Netflix.
It was somewhere around that, which is monstrous. And the next was 5%, and I think it might have been House of Cards at that point.
Oh
I
yeah.
forget,
I know West Wing was a huge one too, and I think that went to HBO Max.
Yeah.
I believe. I don't know.
I was enjoying HBO Max has good movies. I was enjoying some.
What were you watching?
I watched Cuckoo's Nest,
Great movie.
which I haven't seen in a long time.
Great movie.
And I watched for the first time ever Dog Day Afternoon.
Oh, fantastic.
Very good.
Great Pacino.
A little. I mean, there was some. It was odd. Is that typical in a bank robbery? How connected they are to the outside?
It's a little strange. But the 70s were weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think the reason for that would play to. Maybe it would. His motivation for the money.
Right.
For his boyfriend's surgery.
I was very surprised by that, and I also didn't understand how did they get married.
I don't know if
time.
it was common law. I don't
Okay.
know.
Didn't make a lot of sense.
That was Chris Sarandon, Susan Sarandon's old husband,
Yes,
who was in The Princess Bride.
correct.
Yes. Yeah, good movie. Not my favorite Pacino.
No, but I did love when he's on the phone with the guy, the news guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, couldn't you get a job? And Pacino goes, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? But it was good. You could tell he was trying not to be Michael Corleone. This was after The Godfather, right?
Yes.
Because he does an accent. They mess his hair
I want
differently.
to say it's, I'm probably wrong. I want to say it's in between, but maybe not.
I think it was,
75, so I guess it was after both of them.
okay.
I guess.
And that's the only other movie I've seen Pacino in where he's not gruff-voiced Pacino.
Yeah.
Like, I think
You haven't seen Serpico?
I thought of Corleone and Pacino as like two different guys, basically.
Right. You haven't seen Serpico?
No.
Yeah, he's young, sort of. Guy who directed that movie is Sidney Lumet. Okay.
Yeah.
Who directed? You've probably never heard of him, right?
No, I don't
Dave,
think so.
you ever heard the name Sidney? Well,
Never.
So he is, I think, the best director no one's ever heard of. I mean, movie fans, some know his name.
Yeah.
He directed, his first movie he ever directed was 12 Angry Men.
Okay.
He directed Dog Day Afternoon. He directed Serpico. He directed The Verdict. I mean, he had one of the great careers of all time.
Why doesn't anyone know?
He was just sort of a lower, like, he wasn't super. He directed the movie Prince of the City. It's a great movie. I'm going blank on the last movie he did. It's great. I'm forgetting the title. My man P.S. Hoffman's in it. Ethan Hawke. Marissa
Before
Tomei.
then, Devil Knows
Before
You're
Devil
Dead.
Knows You're Dead, which is
Okay.
a great movie. You have his filmography there, Dave?
Yes.
Give me a couple.
Find Me Guilty.
No,
No.
not great.
Strip Search. Oh, that's a TV movie. So,
This guy stinks.
Gloria.
Gloria's a bomb.
Critical Care.
No, go back. Go. Scroll.
Starting to realize why I don't know his name.
70s.
Ooh, 70s. Let's see. Love and Molly. Serpico. Network.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Network.
okay.
Wiz Network. Yep.
Network, yeah, of course.
Jesus, those are huge movies.
No, I mean, this guy is a massive, massive figure. I mean, Verdict, Network, 12 Angry Men, Dog Day Afternoon, Serpico. He directed those 5 movies.
That's a shitload of movies in that amount of time.
It's one of the great movie makers of all time, and just basically a strictly New York filmmaker. But anyway, that's more of a story for Quantum Week, which I'll be joining, by the way, at the end of July. A big episode.
Really?
Yes, and like
Very
a diva,
nice.
I first had one movie in mind, and then I changed it to Corona. I said, no, I want to do this one
Wow.
instead.
Now they've only got 2 weeks to prepare.
That's it. That's all they have to do. Congratulations to Corona, by the way.
Yes.
Full-time producer of the Jerry Callahan Show.
Sticking it to Craig.
Congrats.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, is Craig upset?
I'm sure, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's gonna make a list about it.
We are live with
don't know
the
if I
Jerry
get that.
Callahan podcast. First day, Jerry Callahan.
I don't miss anything, Mike.
Obviously, you
Wait a
don't
second.
know
What?
you do.
You're not. You didn't listen this morning?
It's on live this morning?
Well, I grabbed it from YouTube.
Oh, they do it live on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, they're like we are.
Yeah, but we were doing it
Got
live.
some competition.
I understand. I
Okay.
understand.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, let me hear this. So this is the beginning of it.
This is right at the beginning.
We are live with the Jerry Callahan podcast. First day, Jerry Callahan.
Some energy.
Well, obviously, you don't know what you're doing. It's your first day, full time, first day as a big part of the show. Don't you understand how this works? I mean, I know you're not a radio veteran. You play, you pretend, you drag it out for weeks and weeks, and I pretend to have
They haven't done that
someone
already?
else in mind, and we have a little competition.
Okay, I'm good. It sounds great.
That's not what they've been doing.
That's crisp sound. Jeez,
You gotta do stuff in post with Jerry, unfortunately.
Well, I talked to Jerry last night. We were talking about what the hell we forget, and he was saying, he's like, "Did you say that I hired Carano?" I was like, "I think I did on the show, didn't I?"
Yes.
Originally, you said
Yes.
Craig has the job, and then you said, I think I'm pretty sure it's going to Corona.
okay.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Jerry's like, "Oh, it's no big deal. I just didn't." I think he wanted to maybe drag it out. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not really sure what.
But also
Like,
the
who
way
the hell else was he going to bring in?
but also the way you announced it, it wasn't like official. You were like, I think so, right?
Maybe I don't know, but congratulations to Carano, I guess. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
I think this is the beginning of a long, fruitful relationship, Jerry. This will be great.
Now, why?
Emphasis on fruit. Get it?
You been any rest stops lately?
You like sucking dick or no?
Not on this show, pal. Maybe with that half a liberal Minahan.
Well, I think it'll be good. What were we going to say though?
Why the shot at Jerry this morning?
Oh, I was kidding.
Okay.
Plus,
it
I know
seemed,
it does piss him off, which I liked.
Okay. It
No,
seemed more
no,
angry,
no,
but
no,
now you don't
no,
seem as
no,
angry.
no,
I didn't
no,
know.
I was, but I mean, this is like I do say he'll get mad at me, but I do say like I gave him 2 producers, right?
Yeah, that's probably why he hates you.
And when he had an opportunity to help me out with a producer, he told that guy not to take the job,
That is a little odd.
and not kiddingly either. Like he was like, I don't want you shouldn't do it.
Did we determine he definitely wasn't kidding? Because that is
He
the thing to say, like,
definitely-
he's nuts. You don't want to work for him.
No, he said he's nuts. You don't want to work for him. Like,
Yeah.
but he said that as like a kidding thing.
Kidding.
Yeah.
But his point was, and this is just a study in, and I heard the Menners and VD guy the other night a little bit. I watched a little bit this morning. I was running.
From your demons, it sounds like.
True.
Listen to that.
He was saying like, oh, they talk too much about Jerry in the show. Whatever, I don't care. But I think Jerry's point was not that, but like you have a great thing here. Like you have a chance to have the whole Howie Card network one day. Why would you go to this bar stool like that? You know, like that was, and that's
Yeah,
the
but
way
it
a
also-
60-year-old guy who has that political bent thinks. Like that's not really even that'd be like I actually understand that. Like if you know if a producer like Dave called me or whatever and was like the opposite was true. Like he was producing Spittin' Chicklets, right? Mm-hmm. But he said, hey, I'd really like to go this AM chance to go produce. They're gonna pay me some money and I have a chance to host a show one day. I would say personally, Dave, I think you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, the analogy I was going to make is like, why would you go to this Howard Stern guy when he could be at WNEW, the Empire,
Right.
that you could create?
But for
here?
Jerry thinks like still that Howie Carr matters more than podcasts.
Yeah.
I think he thinks that, and I think he thinks Steve would be better off. And maybe that's probably where Steve's going to wind up in some form or fashion.
I think he knows that podcasts are big, obviously, but I don't think he has quite the understanding that he could be big in that. Like, I think he thinks he has to go back to radio. To have the prominence that he did.
It's primarily the politics of it, though. Like, it took Tom Shattuck and I to bash, what was it, Buck
Two
Sexton?
giants, by the way.
No, I know, but we said, like, Buck and Clay Travis are going to suck taking over for Rush. It took us doing that for, like, 15 minutes to Jerry for him to finally admit, yeah, that show's going to suck. He thought it would be great.
But Jerry, no, he didn't. He also knew, but he didn't want to say it sucks because he thinks he might have Buck Sexton.
Oh,
on.
okay.
Like
all
he
right.
knew.
But you know what I mean. Like, he sucks off Breitbart and all these
Yeah.
things, so it's tough for him to say, leave that stuff.
All right, Simply Safe real quick here. Not real quick. We'll take our time. Simply Safe's back this week. Home security system. 15 years they've been in business right now, helping thousands and millions of people, for all I know, make their lives more secure. It takes about 2 minutes to customize the system on their website, simplysafe.com. You go simplysafe.com/Kirk. Your home's completely protected, delivered to you in about a week or so. You set it up in about 5 minutes. If, again, I can do it, you can do it. But if you have some struggles, you just call. You have highly trained security experts ready whenever you need them, whether it's setting up your system or there's a fire, burglary, medical emergency going on in your home. There's always someone there as your back to keep you safe and make sure you feel safe. That's simplysafe.com/Kirk. Right now, you get your system customized and a free security camera. You also get a 60-day risk-free trial, so there's nothing to lose. Simplysafe.com/Kirk. Simplysafe.com/Kirk. Do that today, please. What else is going on, guys?
Your girl's in hot water? Your former girl.
Oh, Brandy?
Yeah.
I know. Not good.
Apparently
Not
she doesn't. Dave extended a life raft and she declined.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She's still out on Kirk Minahan.
What was her response?
She has a soft spot for you, but she's past all of it. Like, she's just kind of given up. Yeah. We talked for a while.
When somebody like Brandy, that happens to somebody like Brandy, they drag her out and back and put the thing over and shoot them like they do with the Kentucky Derby, or is it?
Now I think she's still in her prime.
Well, I'm just asking. So, what you talked to her? You talked to her for a while?
No, texted for a long time.
Was it for a long time?
Yeah, just a lot of back and forth of me trying to see, because she's not out
I
there
don't even
talking.
care if she's on.
No,
Like,
I know, but I
don't care.
Yeah, but
What
it's
did she say?
She just said that she was kind of over all the stuff that whatever happened in last year with you.
I don't care about that either.
No.
Also, nothing. I don't get what happened.
Yeah, she's upset because she got censored this weekend, and she censored Minifans. She was reporting Minifans to Twitter
Why?
because they were shitting on her because of the. I don't even remember the story. You know what it was? I think, Mike.
Yeah.
I don't think you were here.
I was not here.
Yeah.
So that's why I was going to ask if you said something horrible about her.
No, I did not. This is when Springsteen got railroaded, by the way, which turned out to be true. He got railroaded, as I said from the start. And Brandy, who's an insane right winger, like humorless, like they're all the same, right? Humorless.
Yeah.
And she, like a bunch of she shit on Bruce, and a bunch of Minifans were like, I think this is right.
Hey, Kirk likes Bruce.
Yeah, and then she's went on a blocking spree. Like when I said you go back and listen to the old shows. I remember Steve and I were in South Carolina one of the first times when he rented. I was in the hotel and he rented that shithole apartment because we did the shows from like fucking cockroaches in it. And she blocked everybody. I remember doing the show from him, trying to call her from down there, and we were like, and I said for the first time ever, whether it's all the feuds, whatever you want to call them that I've had, I could point to the moment where it happened. And if you want to say I did something wrong, I could say, oh, okay, there. No, I mean, nothing. I had no correspondence.
Yeah, because I think it was right before I came back because I was like coming back to the show, so I wanted to be up on everything. And I was like, when did they have her on? I was like looking for the episode.
We did not.
And it didn't exist.
Yeah, I listened. You want to hear it? I listened back this morning to an old episode, but you sound very confused when you
I'm
talk
baffled.
about
Go
her.
ahead. See if we can maybe get. I'll be curious. A lot of Minute fans are tweeting at her like, "How did she?" I told you she unfollowed me.
Oh shit.
Are you not around for that? Steve,
No,
very
no,
emotional.
I
She
think-
unfollowed me, and then somebody tweeted at her like, "What's your issue with Kirk Mint?" She's like, "Who's that?" So I think it's because I have had the occasional tweet not fully supportive of the president of the United States.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Right.
Snowflake. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. That's his thing. She's a little snowflake. He's right. Steve is always is right.
No, you're a snowflake. You're a little liberal cuck, I think.
I guess. I don't understand it. What, Justin?
We were trying to get a bunch of Minute fans were trying to get Bruce on KMS.
Oh, Bruce the KMS, which was trending.
Yeah.
So they tweeted her like, "Hey, Brandy, can you like tweet out or retweet this?" And she
Right.
was
Right.
like, "Absolutely not. Bruce is a disgusting liberal who hates this country." And everyone was
Right.
like, "Okay." It's like chill a little bit. And then I think you tweeted out like, "Want to know why I love the Bruce Springsteen commercial so much? Because it gets like snowflakes like at." And then you mentioned a bunch of conservative people.
That was a couple months later.
It wasn't her though, was it? That was after, I think, right?
Yeah, this was.
Well, the
months-
Super Bowl was way after. She
Yes.
blocked.
Yeah,
you're talking
you
about-
tagged
that
her,
was
that was way
November.
after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was around the Super Bowl. So that would have been months after.
Yes.
Yeah. So what does that have to do with it? The Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, it was just you tweeted.
That may have
and then
added
she
to
was
her-
Like, then she was like,
But she'd already blocked. She already gone the blocking spree by then. That was November when that all happened.
Maybe I think he means why she won't come on now.
Oh, I don't. But I don't care if she comes on now.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. I mean, she is just as bad as pick whoever, Monica Cannon Grant, or I don't know, pick whoever the most extreme people on the left are. Extreme right is just as bad. In a lot of actually, I find in a lot of ways worse because the left is
That's what they do.
They're pro censorship. They're pro this. They want to ruin you. The right bitches about it, and then they fucking go on these blocking sprees and bitching sprees. I mean, Brandy Love is the fucking baby.
That's what I said the day that they went after that Gwen Berry. I was like, this is really disappointing that all you people that pretend to be outraged by people going through your tweets, now you're doing it.
So she was invited to some stupid thing that you couldn't pay me $10 fucking billion to go to. That idiot Donald Trump Jr. was there. All these morons, who I like. I mean, he comes on the show. He's a good guy, but he's a moron. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be on the show again.
You don't know that.
You get his number, Dave?
I don't have his number.
I don't.
I could text
I
someone who
guess you won't be
does.
then.
I'm good. What's that?
I said, I guess you won't be then. Never mind.
It's too bad. But all this like fucking whatever. I saw some of the tweets and video from this weekend. It's awful. But I will say it's absurd. Like they all love Trump, right? They suck Trump off.
Yep.
Trump, who had his fucking fist inside Stormy Daniels. Probably. And now they're upset because Brandy Love was there and they revoked her credentials or
Well,
something?
she was she paid for that VIP. She wasn't invited by anybody.
Right.
She was just going on her own, and they found out she was there and then decided to kick her out because she was, to your point, very active on social media, obsessed with what she was hearing and being
Right.
there and everything. She was really looking forward to it. It seemed like.
Great. So they kicked her out, which is a shitty thing to do. But, it's kind of like she's a fucking baby, so I don't care. She's like the Verdugo of porn stars for me. Whatever. I don't care.
Wasn't it for like young Republican, like high school or something like that?
Was it?
Or was it held in a high school?
Yes, but that's why they use that as the excuse that there's young conservatives there, but there's also they're selling liquor and they're all that
And they
stuff.
love Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, what's the fucking like? So she again, like for her living, and I'll defend her forever, though she hates me. Like for her living, somebody puts something in her and fucking like does a bunch of things until something comes out of it.
Correct.
Like, oh no.
In simplest
Yeah, like she puts her
terms, yeah.
mouth on a body part.
Right.
Like so what? She doesn't do anal.
It just sucks for a living that I get paid to have sex with professional fuckers.
She never does anal? Never had? Oh, no, we've talked about that.
Oh,
Betty White does
Yeah,
that?
What'd you say?
Yes.
That was Betty White?
What?
Why would you say that?
Was that Betty White or no?
No,
that
it
was
was a much younger woman.
Was it? It sounded like a.
Yeah,
I don't
jeez.
understand.
No.
Jesus
The voice
Christ.
sounded like a woman in her prime.
Is that
I thought.
Seabiscuit?
No. Oh, no.
It's truly a fuckathon.
No, don't do this.
What?
You were very attracted to her.
Oh God, no. I'm repulsed by her now after the whole block thing. Ugh.
See, with you, I would think that would almost make you.
Yeah, I understand, but like, it's so like just biggest snowflake there is. Ugh.
The internet does weird things to people. She's a nice person.
No, she's
she
not.
likes you. She likes you.
I hate her.
Yeah, she's been broken by the.
She likes
By
me.
politics.
Why did she block everybody?
I don't know.
Well, give us the correspondence, Dave.
Okay, let me see.
Jesus.
You gotta scroll way back.
Again,
There were no babies being born during this, were there?
They were not,
Dave
but it
actually
did feel
said-
weird.
He goes, it brought me back to the delivery room.
Well, my wife was sitting there playing with my 2 kids building Lego towers or whatever while I'm texting Brandy Love last night. So
Dad's never paid attention to us. He's always been talking to Brandy Love.
That's his job.
again, I forgive him. It was so long ago.
Forgive me for what? Forgive me for what?
She has forgiven you. All's forgiven.
For what?
Water under the bridge.
Well, she doesn't-
For what exactly?
Well, it's about to get there. It was so long ago, I don't recall the details.
Yeah, you're an idiot. That's what happened.
I just remember the attack by him and his minis. I'm not sure how I feel about hearing his side. I don't know what.
I don't even care. What? All right, enough. I hate her. Okay. Go away. Jesus Christ. Anyway, all right, what else? God, that annoys me.
What do you think about Joe Biden saying Facebook's killing people? Do you care? No?
I mean, no, it's not a surprise. I mean, it's stupid, but he's stupid. I mean, you know, what's there? I mean,
Yeah, robots will be killing people soon.
how are they killing people? When is spreading misinformation about COVID? Is that the deal?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, so people give their opinion on, you know, and like, who is he concerned about, like, saying this? Like some influencer or?
Just anybody on Facebook who's allowed to give information that is not confirmed by his administration.
Oh,
basically.
they want this fucking wave to like. I'm telling you, shit's gonna get shut down again. There's no. I'm talking real shit. Just get ready. Like they want this to fucking happen so bad.
Yeah, it's all over. Our glory day. We had a good run.
It was good. Yeah, it was a good few months.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
And then things will open up again in 4 months, and we'll say, "Oh, it's great." And then they'll be like, "Oh, no, here comes another variant." I mean, the bottom line is there are people in the world. Are you vaccinated, Dave?
Yes.
Okay, so am I. Is Justin vaccinated?
Justin, you doubly vaccinated? Yes.
Okay, so we have people in the world who are chosen to be vaccinated and be safe and try and save
75%?
lives, and then you have people like Mike who want to kill people.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the way it is. I mean, what do you want me to? But my thing is, I think I said this the other day. Let the unvaccinated, they've made the choice at this point, and I respect it. I have no issue with it. They don't want to do it, fine. Sometimes there are consequences, and if this variant kills them all, then listen, they knew the deal and they didn't sign up, right?
I'm ready to go, baby.
Exactly.
Also, I'm not around that many people.
As long as they're doing it for the right reasons, like they really believe in not getting vaccinated versus
they
like
do it
just
for the-
doing it to stick it to Joe Biden or something.
I'm
like
doing
that.
it for neither of those reasons.
Well,
I just don't think I need
let's say
it.
they're doing it to stick it to Joe Biden. So what? What do I care? I'm vaccinated.
Yeah.
Fuck do I
No,
care?
you're right. You shouldn't care. You're right. We shouldn't care.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, if somebody has political beliefs, they say, fuck. How it's become politicized, I don't know, but everything becomes politicized. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But this has become a political issue. If you get vaccinated, you're a big liberal pussy bag. And if you don't, you're some macho, right-wing Trump lover. Yeah, which I don't really understand why that is.
No, that's the only reason I'm like leaning towards getting vaccinated is I don't want to be that. I don't want it to seem like I'm.
Or comedy shows, we're going
You have to do
say
it.
no.
Show us your papers.
Well, I think the Olympics is going to help them because it's going to be an absolute nightmare to witness. No fans, athletes
Well,
pulling out left and
the
right.
country is like 12% vaccinated.
Yes.
So that's what I do think that the vaccination helps. And if you don't choose to get vaccinated, there's a really good chance you're going to get it. Like that's life. And what can you do? I don't know what there. I don't know. I honestly don't. Like somebody got a gymnast got tested positive this morning.
Yep.
Great. Okay. Then they'll be gone for 2 weeks. They'll come back. John Rahm had it. He's fucking fine. Like this is just stupid.
I think they're just beating us down until we start thanking them for allowing us outside.
I guess.
It'll be, we get locked down again, and then next summer it'll be, thank you so much for allowing us to have our rights back.
The Globe had an op-ed this morning where they said their Globe's opinion was they need to stop. Massachusetts needs to get rid of the religious exemption for vaccinations, and all kids must get vaccinated to go back to school.
Yeah.
It's fucking frightening.
Yeah, no, they should force you to do everything.
The Boston Globe is telling you to jam something in a kid's body, which Brian McGorry obviously is probably for. But, it's like unbelievable.
I don't know how often we have to make the 1984 comparison until people are like, oh yeah, that's funny, right? It is kind of like that. No, it is like that.
I mean, these people are nuts, and I'm vaccinated, but it's wild.
But you don't think the majority of people are like me that just want to be told what to do? In all honesty, like I'd rather just be told, just tell me what to do. And if it doesn't really need me to overly think about it, then I'll just fucking do it.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I do know like everyone around here is like, oh, if Baker holds a press conference and shuts things down, we're going to, and it's like, no, you won't. He'll hold a press conference today and say people will bitch, but what are they going to do? They're not going to burn the streets down.
Right.
They'll fucking sit there and they'll put their masks on, and 30% of the people will be allowed to go in a restaurant, and then it'll be 40 and 50, and then it'll be full again. Like, they're just going to go along like sheep. That's what people do. Because life's too short to bitch about stuff. I get that.
Right. And there's a feeling of hopelessness.
Completely.
Because most people, the people that aren't bitching on Twitter, are just like, well, what are you going to do? Like that's all we can.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a minority. It's true. Like, but I was I thought it was over. I really did think it was over, but now it's back, and I don't think it'll get to where it was last March or anything. I don't believe that. But I mean, there will be more restrictions going forward. There's no question.
I think it will be like it was. So in March, it was like we didn't know what coronavirus was, so we were all like, "Oh shit, we better stay inside." Now you'll be shamed into. It'll be a different motivation, kind of. It'll be stay inside, or you're saying you want people to die,
right?
Well, just look at the Olympics. Like they can't have sex. They're sleeping on fucking cardboard boxes. Like it's a shit show. Yeah, so the media is just buying into all that stuff. They're just trying to scare the shit out of you.
What they should do, I'm just spitballing here, for unvaccinated people, tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or something on your forehead. Is that bad?
I
mean, was that really that
big? What about a little Portnoy one on your finger?
Yeah.
A little guy.
Or like a letter or something you wear in your shirt.
Yeah.
Was there any issue with that?
Portnoy specifically should probably get one.
Jesus. Portnoy got the tattoo because of his new girlfriend?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's cool.
Won't regret that. 3 years.
3 weeks.
Well, the girl, who's the new hire, the name, the gambling girl, she said like, oh, that'll wear off in 3 years. Like, what?
Wear off?
A tattoo on his finger is going to wear off in 3 years?
I don't get it.
Magic marker.
So she was just trying to say like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It'll wear off in 3 years.
Huh.
I have a tattoo that hasn't worn off in...
You have a tattoo?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm a loser.
I'll take your
man.
shirt off.
We know
to
you're
show
a
us?
loser.
I'll
Dave.
do it. I'm a fucking asshole.
We know you are. What is the tattoo? When did you
I
get it?
copied Leo in The Departed and I put it on my chest. That fucking shamrock. I hate myself. I know.
What?
I hate myself.
Wait a minute.
How big on your
This
chest?
this is college. I think it was like junior year of college.
Were you drunk?
You want to see it?
I guess.
Well, I mean, Carabas showed his nipple, I guess.
So college.
See it?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know. I just, listen.
You were in college when The Departed came out?
How old are you?
I am 35.
Yeah. 05?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right? 06, 05?
I guess
I wanted a tattoo. I saw the movie. I thought that was a good spot. It was a good look. I know. Sorry.
How quickly did you regret it?
Probably not for a year or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you going to get it removed or no?
No. Why would I get it removed at that point?
Well, it seems like you like it. I don't know.
Well, I'm not like emotional about it. I just know it was stupid. Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Do you? So Dave, I didn't even see it. Dave got one?
Yes.
Porno?
Yeah,
Just
okay.
the one on his finger. Yeah.
Yeah, well, good for him. I don't know. He seems happy. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it's got to be. He must know that's silly, though, right?
I guess.
A guy in his 40s to tattoo. Like, he would make fun of someone else for doing that, I assume.
I think, but maybe he's in love.
Maybe.
Maybe this is finally, the one for him.
Good for him.
I hope so.
He does talk on
congratulations.
on his podcast. He talks about her all the time. So maybe it is.
Well, it's nice. I like stories like that. They went to high school together, then they fall apart for a while, then they met up, right? Isn't that what happened?
What was he doing at her high school? That's horrifying.
They went to the same high school.
By the way, he talked about at the end of, I think, his podcast last week about that article that I mentioned months ago that the girl was digging on.
The Business Insider one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same girl,
Did it
I
ever
think.
come out or no?
Not yet. He said he knows it's going to.
Because I remember he said it was bad a few months ago, and then it went away.
Well, he said they found someone who is basically willing to say anything for attention. At least that's
Right.
how
I
it
remember
was.
him saying that
Yeah.
in the previous one, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't know when it's going to drop.
No.
I mean, it doesn't even matter.
I wonder if they'll include my quote. It was a great place to work, I said.
Is that what you
Now
said?
leave me alone.
Oh, good. I mean, if they're reaching out to you, we talked about this, right? If they're reaching out to you, then this woman, that's what
Yes.
Dave was saying before. He's like, she's going all in, like
Yeah.
talking to every
And
enemy.
it was very subtle. It was the day you were on his podcast and talked about me. And Dave talked about why he hated me or something. And boy, the next day.
They're so dumb.
What a random outlet to write a hit piece. Business Insider?
I mean, he's big now. He's big in
guess.
business.
Yeah, but they just like aggregate content. They
Yeah,
don't
but they
write
can turn
exclusives.
but they can turn that into stock stuff and
sell
like
it, yeah.
it's gonna get fucking read like
Yeah,
crazy.
it's gonna go nuts. Yeah.
And nobody's going to promote it more than Barstool.
Right, he'll tweet
So
about it. and
it's
be
like the
this
old
is
thing with
bullshit.
me. Like, if Shirley writes about me, it gets read. If she doesn't, it doesn't. Like, because I'm dumb enough to promote it. I should fucking not, but what can you do?
Well, it's hard with something like that. With something like just making fun of Shirley, an article, which you haven't done in a while. I don't remember the last time you even brought
No,
up Shirley.
I don't even know. Yeah.
But with just making fun of an article, that's different. It's hard to, if that article comes out and there's something in there worth talking about,
Right.
it would be hard for Dave to ignore it and not give them attention. Because
True.
everyone on Twitter is going to be like, what are you, a pussy? And like that, his
Right.
brand is making fun of shit like that.
That's where I get Stern does have discipline.
That's amazing.
I'll give him that.
Really is
Like,
amazing.
He
yeah.
doesn't, whether it's those New York Post stories or anything or former worker, right? Like he doesn't do, even like us, like he doesn't, some podcast that was smaller than mine, like my audience, I think maybe is still smaller than Stern's.
Well, I don't know actually.
Yeah, it's probably close. But like, I'll trigger on anything. Stern, fucking, you have people doing this stuff. The one we played the other day, other ones, and he doesn't swing at it at all. He goes in, does a show, and leaves. Maybe he's fucking got it.
Which is why
He's got to figure it out right.
That's why the you and Jerry thing, or maybe it was Dino still there, Dennis and Callahan.
No, yes, it was 13. I just started.
That's why it was so weird because that's when he started not talking about that stuff. So that coming up at all was bizarre.
It was, and it was so, like, if you, it might still be on YouTube. The drop of, you talk about, like you were saying about how happy you were to make Gilbert laugh. I was I was like, so like, I could tell Jerry and John were kind of mad. I was like, fucking Howard Stern is like ripping on us.
Oh,
the
Skeletor line?
Yeah. Jerry's like, I don't know who he's talking about. I was like, Jerry's talking about you. Like, he's not talking about me. Like, you know.
Well, you were the only, you weren't bald at that time. You weren't shaved yet.
I was, but like, the sound was Jerry they were reacting to. I was mad because my voice was barely in it. I was like, God damn it. I want to hear, But it was like, Jerry was basically saying, like, Stern has a great deal. And this was back when Stern had like 6 weeks off or 7 weeks off, right?
Yeah.
Whatever, in 3 days a week.
And actually, I don't even know if he had weeks off. It was just
3 days a week?
4 days a week.
4 days a week, yeah. Well, that's the thing about, like, and that people will say, well, you're only on 3 days a week. That's obviously true.
Yeah.
But I told you guys that when I signed this deal, and when, like, it's going to be 3 days a week going forward. When I signed up with Sirius, I actually signed up with Sirius before Stern got there. But when Stern got there, it was like, we're going to be on every day, no commercials. Here we go. This is what they were saying already. And right away, it was 4 days a week and a shitload of commercials.
It's also, for a podcast, 3 days a week is a lot. Like,
yeah, but I get it. Like, people want to hear it every day. But
sure,
like,
of course, but
it would be like if I was doing this like we are now, and we wouldn't take calls on it, and we never mentioned it. And we're like, oh, we've been doing it's great. Been doing 3 days a week since we got here.
Well, and also, if you were on Sirius XM and only doing 3 days a week, where he's supposed to be people's morning commute.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where I guess this is in a way kind of that, but not necessarily.
Yeah, but like, if I had been like to you, like, we've been doing 3 days a week, I think, since we started, Mike. I don't know why some people are emailing.
We were doing it in the 80s.
And Stern's always like, I get a bunch of emails from people saying how great the show was.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a weird phrase. Like, no, you don't.
Even in his, I forget if I said it with you or not, but when he talked about summer vacation, like when he was ramping up for it, he goes, and people weren't really complaining. It was mostly supportive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, everyone was saying, hey, great, good for you, Howard. You need the time off.
I know listeners of shows who are always like, I'm glad that you're on vacation. But yeah, it would be like if we just didn't, if I told Justin, like, we are not taking calls about me only doing 3 days a week, or we're not taking calls about why the show sucks, or we're not taking calls. It would just be, it's just a weird, anyway, but.
Or even worse, we'll take calls, but the person will be praising us.
Planted.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Harry's here for today. Planted calls.
Mr. Minan.
Yeah. We should start doing more planted calls, I think, where people say I'm doing a great job.
That's good.
Yeah. What else? Anything else going on show related, Dave, or no?
Well, I mean, there was a tweet out there yesterday that I put in my 2 weeks notice. What'd you think about that?
I was excited.
You were excited about that?
Yeah, I worked to confirm
That was mean-spirited on that tweet this morning.
It was?
Yes.
I thought the person was just kidding around, no?
No, they were. MHB
I think it means
texted
you
me.
were mean-spirited.
MHB from the clouds is the one who notified me of that.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. That loser still around?
Why is he a loser?
I mean, he comes and goes and comes and goes. I like him there.
That's good for him, I think.
He's got my number from that lunch we had. Me, him, and Moroso, remember?
No, I don't.
Yeah, we went to lunch together.
When?
Oh, this is like back in
ancient
when
history.
How would I remember that, Dave?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was a thing.
Was I
on the
even
show.
aware
I think
of it?
I think you were making fun of me that I had that lunch.
I can't believe I
in
don't
general.
remember that lunch.
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
Well, who are you having lunch with today, Dave? Mike and Justin?
No, we didn't plan a lunch. I guess no lunch today. Yeah.
So you're not giving your 2 weeks notice?
No.
Okay. No. Too bad. You don't have to give your 2 weeks notice. You can just leave. No. Don't you worry about that.
It'll be at least 2 weeks if it happens.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. What do you have here? Oh, yeah, of course, we have Milton's. Back again, the store for men. Summer sale continues to go on. All your favorite brands on sale. Vineyard Vines, Tommy Bahama, Under Armour, North Face. You go to miltons.com before all the best deals are gonzo. If you're attending a wedding or getting married. Buy one, get one free suit event is going on right now. Also, a wide selection of suit separates from Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren. All on sale as we speak. South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill. Of course, if you want to shop online, you go to miltons.com, the original sponsor of this show and of me. At Milton's, you'll be as comfortable in our stores as you'll be in our clothes. South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, or online at miltons.com. Yes, well, we love Milton's. Milton's. Please go to Milton's. I'm going to have kind of a big Milton's announcement, I think, coming up in the near future. I need to talk to Bill and Dana and see if we can score some stuff away before we do that. But by the way, as Saco looms, we're only a month and a few days away from Saco.
Very exciting.
And, my final thought on Massachusetts closing things down and starting to freak out. Like, fucking Wilbur will get moved again. No doubt.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
I didn't even think about
Probably.
that. But yeah,
But I thought that
Jesus
yesterday. I was
Christ.
like, oh, that's great. It's going to get moved. I almost want it to be 2 full years from the first date.
So, yeah, that would be funny. That's bizarre to think about that you're going to have another year.
I mean-
because now they're scheduling shows again.
They're doing shows.
That's
think.
what I mean,
Yeah. I don't know if they've actually done any yet, have they? I know they're scheduled.
July. I know.
I
Tim
know
Dillon was
Mulaney has a
supposed to be
million
there.
shows. Who?
He's there all of August. Tim Dillon's there in July. I
right.
don't know what date.
I think Burr? No? Or is that wrong?
He's doing like a show, not just him, but yeah.
Oh, is he?
It's like Bill Burr and Friends
Okay.
or something.
Yeah.
He said he was going to be on his podcast. He said he's going to be in Boston for 2 weeks.
Oh, is
Bill
that right?
Burr, Yeah.
Just try and get them on.
Sure.
That'd be good, no?
I do know somebody who has a connection to him, but I'll do it myself.
What's
Who do you
that?
know has a connection to him?
I don't.
Oh, we're not doing that.
I know.
No,
I know.
definitely
I-
not. No, we're not. Kelly Martin, we're not doing that.
Because he's done he has done every podcast, hasn't he?
On Barstool?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
He
He's
did
done part of my take in
Yep.
KFC.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not every podcast. at
Well,
Barstool.
that's the ones. Let's
Yeah,
say that,
I mean, if he wants to come on, great. If he doesn't, I like him and everything, but I don't. I like his
Do you?
joke. What?
Do you?
Bill Burr? Yeah, I mean, I'm
You
not,
make sport of him.
well, no,
I don't
he's-
care for it.
He's had a nice career, but I don't. I don't like him as much as you do. How's that? I
You
like.
guys had a
him.
nice elevator chat.
What's that?
You guys had a nice elevator
We
chat.
did, yes, we did. No, I told him about an old comedian I liked. He was very nice about it, and then we sort of separated and walked away. He was talking about, what was he saying when we walked away? He was like, oh, fruit cocktail. He's like, you don't drink it. Why is it called fruit cocktail? And I was like, okay, Bill, I got to go. Like, I don't really
He's
want
not
to.
Seinfeld.
I don't really want to have this conversation. He's like, the portions on the airplane, the food. I was like, Bill, they don't really serve meals anymore. I don't think.
This is ridiculous.
He's like, you see that movie I saw on the airplane? I walked out. And I was like, all right, Bill, again, I need to go. I'm in New York here.
No, you're wildly off. Although he is like that with sports a little bit.
Oh, we played the terrible sound, remember?
Like I've heard him say something like, they need to move the ball or something like that.
Really?
It's like, oh, come on, Bill.
Yeah, what's... He had a good CNN rant, though, didn't he?
He did.
I mean, did you hear this, Mike?
Yeah, I don't get why it was news, but yeah.
Well, you want to dump on the guy? Dump on the guy. That's fine. Go ahead.
I got to tell you, my mother-in-law comes over to help watch the kids, and she always puts on CNN.
Hold on. That sounds like shit, too.
Oh, I thought we weren't going to get through the mother-in-law thing without you having another
Also
one, another one of your bits.
Also that. I'm sure the story happened. I love when people get mad about that, though. The comedians like, oh, I'm sure that happened. It's like, no, it probably didn't. They're fucking comedians.
Right. Or maybe not to that level. They had to make something
or
funny
maybe not at
happen.
all. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? But it sounds like shit.
He just does it
grabbed it.
himself.
I grabbed it from YouTube, so I don't know if it's his end or
okay.
YouTube or a different one. Yeah.
Mike immediately defending him.
Well, he just does it in his basement, I think.
Okay.
you know what
He's not going on Blind Mike project. Patreon.com/Blind Mike. God damn it.
Yeah, we can't even get Shane Gillis anymore. I don't think he's gone.
Wait, who'd he go on with?
He's on with Rogan this week. I
Was he?
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun ball. You guys are a little farm system. You get him started, you give him a little chance. and
Right, right. I sort of launched him into
then-
success.
It's like
yeah.
Jerry with producers for me. He's my little AAA. I give him. Then when I want to call, he gets ready to call the majors. I give him a call up.
Right.
But he'll be back down.
Yeah, boy, it's going to be rough if Carano quits and you need Craig.
What do you mean?
I'm saying if it's your farm.
No, I'll fire Dave. He can go back to Jerry.
Yeah.
That'll be
okay.
perfect. Yeah.
All right. Just a cycle.
Will Bill Burr be part of the Relaffables?
It's called Why Are You Laughing? And yeah, at some point.
Okay. Well, we haven't done the episodes yet, have we?
No, I've got two prepared. Rodney and
Oh, you're outlining them.
yes,
What do you got? Rodney and who?
and the day the laughter died.
Okay. Is Rodney going to be first? This should be a great
Second.
Rodney documentary.
Second, or I was thinking maybe third, just because the day the laughter died is at Dangerfields.
That's right.
So we might talk about that a little. So I might want to separate them.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. And what's going on we don't need that thing's boring. What's going on patreon.com/Blind Mike? Episode's up today, I know.
Yes, the free episode is out today. We
Okay.
talked about
Judge Joe Brown?
the
did I
Richard
see?
Sherman thing and
Right.
Judge Joe Brown.
We never played the Wendy Williams thing. What's the
we never did.
What the Judge Joe Brown is what?
Well, he's a little even further than I am on some of these things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
with
basically
with Dr. Bill Cosby?
He basically said that the analogy he used was he's like, for drinking and driving, it used to be you were to blame because you got drunk and you were irresponsible and got behind the wheel. Now they blame the bartender for over-serving you.
Right.
So in this analogy, Bill Cosby is a bartender.
Right.
Who's just over-serving someone.
Why is he stealing Stephen A. Smith stuff? That's what I want. Is Judge Joe Brown still a television show?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
I've never seen it, so I don't. I mean, I've seen it flipping around.
he was on, it was like Black Television News or Black News TV or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's getting ready for something new, but
Huh.
yeah.
Is Judge Judy still on?
I She was like the highest paid.
Didn't she announce her retirement recently?
Oh, she's got to be almost like 90, right?
You got Judge Jerry. I know that. Springer.
Good morning.
that'd be great.
Do you want to do the? I
find you to be scum.
A lot of those would be guilty before they walk in.
Oh, they sure would. Oh, how good would that show be? That would be fantastic. The theme song sucks, Corrado.
If you get the closed door deliberation, he's like, I mean, come on, I didn't even have to hear the case.
You see the way he walks? What are we doing here?
You put on a suit in my courtroom.
That would be a great. He would be good at that.
That'd be awesome.
I think he'd look good in that robe too, Dave.
He would look good.
Judge Jerry. I like that show. I like that.
Yeah, Jerry with a G. You'd have to specify.
Yeah,
because he's already got
dirt bags.
That would be good. What do you want, Justin?
Judge Judy's actually the series finale is in 4 days.
Is that true?
There we go.
The series finale, is it like a series, like a cliffhanger?
She's finally going to get together with the bailiff.
Is that finally, I was going to say, what is that? How does that work exactly? Yeah, is it like Jim and Pam?
Yeah.
Well, they do go by seasons, right? So she filmed her entire season in the finale.
That's always weird to me. Like
season finales in July?
Yeah, I guess so.
Huh.
That is odd. But like they'll say Stephen Colbert, like season 8 of his late night. It's like there were seasons of this. When did it end?
Oh.
Do you want to play? Do you want to play that Wendy Williams thing? By the way, that was ridiculous.
Sure, we'll play in a second. Yeah. I heard the. It's topical. Of course, it's topical. It's two guys fighting with Carabas from 6 months ago. I heard, or I saw on Twitter the other day, someone was like, for the first time in 4 months or 3 months, Colbert actually said Trump's name. Ooh. I'm like, oh, like, remember when these people were trying to be fucking funny? Like, remember when Don Rickles would go on fucking Carson, or what? Somebody would go on fucking Letterman or Leno or whatever, and they would just tell. I'm like, people are always like, oh, I don't understand why Jay Leno was number one. I don't get it. This is exactly why Jay Leno was number one.
He would just tell jokes, even if they were corny. He would tell jokes. Yeah.
Joe and Jane fucking Hickok in Waterloo, Iowa, would sit down and fucking watch him tell jokes and have stars on and play some fucking music. And now you have Colbert, and the worst is Jimmy Fallon, because at least Colbert believes it. Like, he's a fucking, for years, that's what
Fallon
he was doing.
feels like he has to.
Yeah, he was, and so is Kimmel, by the way. Kimmel's the same way as Fallon. They're just pretending. They're fucking, they're just, I mean, you think Jimmy Fallon 16 years ago, or Jimmy Kimmel would have fucking cared about this, and he was bounced up and down the fucking trampoline?
Kimmel's pretending because of celebrities. I think Fallon's pretending because he thinks that's what he has to do for ratings.
And I think also Fallon still, people are still like, if you say Trump about Fallon, it's rubbing his fucking hair.
His head, yeah.
Which, by the way, is a funny thing for a talk show host to do. You should do that.
Right.
Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
And Fallon was the silly guy. What's he going to say? Hey, I don't like your policies here,
he's
pal.
a moron. Like, it's not, why are they doing this? I still think there's a spot, and luckily Greg Gutfeld has a late night show. He's hilarious.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is to your point, Colbert talked politics. That's how he got famous, but he was tremendously funny at it.
Yeah, and people were surprised to learn he was a liberal. I was like, well, he's doing a mockery of, like, Republicans.
Right.
He
was essentially a Bill O'Reilly impersonation for.
Right. But I was like, I don't know why that people think that's going to translate when he is actually become Stephen Colbert.
No, but it would have been fun if he was still not necessarily the Colbert Report, but like still that kind of sarcastic asshole.
Oh, definitely.
Dumping on the network and shit like that.
Absolutely.
That would have been hysterical.
No question.
But instead he's like, hey, and I mean, what they get very focused on with Colbert is like, well, he's got the best ratings in late night right now, but they're still terrible ratings.
Yeah,
it's like 0.8 or something.
It's terrible even by today's standards, late night ratings. And I understand ratings going to go way down from 20, 30 years ago, of course. But even by today's standards, they suck. No one is watching it. People watch you. I guess, when's the last time anybody on those three shows made any news at all? Anywhere. We heard anything.
Yeah. Colbert asking Kamala Harris that thing.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. And that was like.
Or when Jon Stewart was on that, people talked about that. But that was because Jon Stewart was being funny.
Yeah. He was being a comedian. He was. What did he say? He said.
He said.
Oh, he's like, obviously it started.
I wonder where it started.
Right.
Perhaps the Wuhan coronavirus lab.
Right. Which I thought was a good moment where he was like, being sort of honest too with comedy.
Yeah. And Colbert got all afraid.
Yeah,
we'll
he was
have
a
to cut
big
this out.
pussy, and it's like. Letterman was a big liberal lunatic too, but not till the end when he was a crank. For years he wasn't. Like
you didn't really know.
All right, when I grew up, like Letterman, it's hard I think for younger people. Letterman was so experimental.
Yeah.
Like he would do crazy shit. Like they would do shows, fucking like upside down.
Yeah.
Like they would do just fucking bizarre. Like they would do shows from, kitchens and do shows from like all over the place. Again, I don't know.
That's why I've liked Conan a lot. I didn't watch his show for the last 10 years.
Conan's a good example.
But I'm sure he's a liberal. I have no fucking idea.
No,
because he doesn't talk about it.
And I'm sure his jokes I'm sure he made more jokes about Trump than he would about Biden. But the truth is, like, and I know Jerry doesn't like this and other Republicans, the truth is there are more jokes to make about Trump than there are about Biden.
Right. It's
Like,
not
he's-
newsworthy
yeah,
really
Trump,
anymore.
And Trump, like, sets you up for it. And Biden's just some old feeble. You almost feel, it's pathetic to watch. Like,
And the people making Biden jokes are Jerry and Greg Gutfeld.
Right.
And it's like clearly what their biases are.
right. Same on the other side.
Yeah.
Colbert.
No, but no, there were Republicans that made fun of Trump, I think. Not in conservative radio, but I mean, there are people that voted for Trump that can still mock him, I think. Whereas that's not the case.
You can mock him and still be like, oh, I like him as a president. But he does stupid shit. But like with Biden, I don't know this. I don't watch him. You know what? Dave, get the sound. We're going to play. Mike will be here Wednesday. He's a great comedian. He's made many great comedians laugh over the years.
I hate that mother. It was a much quieter ride this morning because I didn't want to give him any fucking ammo.
Oh, Mike just, I'm sure you went joke by joke too. The amount of laugh, the sound of the laugh. We're going to get the monologues of all three of these guys. They may be on vacation. It's July. But if they're around, let's hear. I want to hear Colbert, Jimmy, and Jimmy. I want to hear what they're doing now. And I bet you there won't be a single laugh. Not a single laugh. Not a guffaw.
I disagree.
Not one.
I think
maybe
it'll be
I could
hilarious.
So Wendy Williams, this is old, but I want to play it real quick because this is kind of funny. You guys did this on your show, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So who died?
I don't know if you should even say that, but now I guess they would know by now anyways, but some TikTok star.
Okay, some TikTok.
It's like a rapper, right? Smoke
Swavey
or Sway or something.
Okay. Well, there you go.
We're paying him the same respect they do.
I don't want to say anything before we get into it, Mike, but he did have a podcast, and the case had more listeners than his podcast did.
There we go. Congrats.
Good for you.
Thank you. Well,
I don't even know who he is.
I don't want to. I don't know who the guy is. But so here's Wendy Williams, who I guess is just crazy. I don't know.
She's whacked.
I almost admire her. And she hates Stern, so I actually like her. What did Stern call her? A rock-faced cunt? Is that right?
Yeah. among other things.
Said she pees standing up.
She's got a penis. Yeah.
That was, by the way, about a week before CBS News did that, when he had that book come out, and they were like, "Here's the new Howard Stern."
Yeah.
And they talked to him.
He goes, I don't even know if she's got a cunt.
Yeah, right. Jesus. Do we still have that rant or no?
I can try to go back and get it.
Yeah, see if we can get that. I know it's
I
on
have
serious. All right,
no
so
idea who this is. Neither does Norman. Neither does one person in this building. Maybe Sus does. Do you know who Swavey is? Clap. Clap if you know who Swavey is. Okay. Sus?
Nah, it's not my cup of tea that I got going on right now.
Well, he's a TikTok star.
Okay.
He's got more followers than me.
Oh, good. Sounds like things are going well for him.
2.5 million.
Must be in a rivalry.
Nice.
On TikTok, but on Instagram, you have more followers.
Yeah! Stick it to him, Wendy. Stick him in the ground.
Hold
My
on.
son Kevin would say.
They got to get this guy on and continue this feud, right?
Well, I think that's where they're leading up to.
Okay.
He must be on.
There was some fun
He's
with
a
this
guest.
guy. Yeah, I would imagine. All right, good.
No one uses Instagram anymore.
What?
And as far as TikTok, I don't use that at all.
Good for you, Wendy.
I don't know what that is. I don't want to be involved.
So I'm with you on that one.
Who would?
So here he is.
Okay.
After.
Okay.
Doesn't he look like a dope, folks?
He's 19.
Good.
And he was murdered
Oh, well.
Monday morning.
The crowd is like, why did you put us through this?
That is the most bizarre fucking thing of all time. Like, they fucking, pardon the pun, fucking buried this guy for like a minute and a half. This poor kid.
It would be like if for some reason I walked in today and I was like, Harry, we've got this puppy for you. You guys are gonna take him home. And then we're putting him down tonight.
Like, what the hell? I don't even understand.
I couldn't find the full, like, after that, how she handled the story.
I don't
But
get
I'm
what
fascinated by
I
it.
don't get what. Does she hate him or something? Like, I don't understand.
Well, he has more TikTok followers than her.
Oh, well, that's
and
true.
more. Well, I guess she has more Instagram though. So.
Yeah,
Maybe it's a message about the, hey, we may not know who this person is, but we should all be. I don't know. I can't even think of what you would
Crowd
be.
sounded so confused after that. They're like, what?
I said I compared it to when Michael Richards was on Letterman. when Seinfeld was on, and no one really knew that he was apologizing yet.
Jerry was like, remember?
Stop clapping.
Like, this is not comedy.
It's not funny.
What a weird moment that was in history.
Did you ask Gilbert the Seinfeld thing because you knew he would do the voice?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. And Jerry Lewis. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wanted to hear it. I wanted to hear both.
I don't like the way comedy is going nowadays.
That's what I was hoping for. Yeah, there you go.
I am very angry. So please sit down and listen to my lecture.
There is something to that.
I set him up for that, by the way.
You did?
That was me. Yeah, I set him up and I make him laugh.
Let's not laugh at that.
Yeah.
I'll tell Harry in the car on the way back. Top 5 moment. He is right, though. I mean, God, Seinfeld's become a grump.
Yeah, which I kind of respect it, but also, I don't know, is Jerry getting complaints at these colleges?
No, but I do like the idea that Seinfeld's like, fuck this. Like,
Yeah.
you know, whenever he's asked about it, it's like, it's
He's
fucking
right.
comedy. Who cares? Like, you fucking pussies.
And if he is getting complaints, then that's more telling than
Yeah, I
Dave
don't-
Chappelle getting complaints.
It's very strange if that's happening, though.
That water bottle bit was
Yeah.
too edgy.
That's Bill Burr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God damn you. It's a
All right,
hilarious comedian.
we'll take a few calls, Dave, if you
All
want.
right. Tweet it out.
Huh?
I'll tweet it out.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Really have some chemistry.
Did you see this thing over the weekend with the Anthony Bourdain doc?
I saw the Anthony Bourdain doc.
Oh, you did?
He's back.
I did.
Wow.
I did. What?
He's back from the dead.
I know. I saw it without knowing that this is about this thing. I didn't love the documentary. I just didn't really like him that much. He just came across as a kind of an unlikable sort
Really?
of, yeah. I didn't watch the show or read the book or anything. Obviously I knew who he was. I didn't like him a lot in the documentary. And what's funny is that they're making it out now as like, you know, I think it's an odd documentary. That's what I would say. It's an odd documentary. And I did not know, nor by the way do I have that big of a deal. I mean, they should have just prefaced it by saying, look, these are his words. Like, but it is odd that they used a computer essentially to, right? Didn't
Yes, they used AI. They monitored. They examined 30 hours of his voice.
Right.
and
I would
created
just
his
get
voice,
somebody
yeah.
he worked with to read those parts.
But why
It's
is
not-
why is it that big of a problem?
Well, it's just weird because documentaries are supposed to be real.
Well, I have
You're
more of a
crossing
problem-
into a weird thing. I mean, it's just
Was it a
strange.
personal journal or was it something that was meant to be?
No, I think I only got part of it's a big deal. I think it was from his writings. I think.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I thought it was like they went into his diary and
think
then
so.
had him read it.
I don't think so. But yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't like crazy outraged by it. I mean, they're his words.
It's weird, but
I would just at the beginning of the documentary, I would have prefaced it by saying we use this with his. Like, then you're done. It's not that-
weird. But what's the difference between that and having a narrator read it? You know?
Well, I mean, it does give the impression when you're watching it, if you don't preface it, but that's him saying it at some point. That's not true.
Well, in 10 years it won't be that. No one will
that's
think
true.
that. You know?
But what's the difference? He wrote it. He said it. Who gives a shit?
Well, he didn't say it.
Yeah, but what's the
You're,
difference?
you're manipulating something. I mean, using a machine to pretend it's him in a documentary about him. A documentary, if you look it up, obviously is. So you're not supposed to manipulate stuff.
Yeah.
And they did. I mean, I don't find it to be egregious or anything.
Yeah.
It is just odd. And I would have just said at the beginning, we made this choice. You can just do it, or at the end. Who cares? We made this choice, and then I don't think it was a lot, right?
No.
I didn't see it.
No. I only. This is. Do you want to hear it? I mean, I guess people won't know what he said.
No, it doesn't.
And I am successful, and I'm wondering, are you happy?
So he wrote that. He didn't. That
Okay.
wasn't him. He wrote that.
Yeah. It's weird.
I think it was just little lines like that. It was like little quick things that they created.
I guess. Yeah. I guess. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. It was.
I just saw a whole feature on it on CBS, like morning news on Sunday. And I was like, why do people care?
Does he get a credit on IMDb?
It's a good question.
That's what really matters.
It's
I
a good
think.
question.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't love it. I thought that was mediocre.
No.
That was
See, his people seem to really.
I know.
That death hurt a lot of people.
I know, and I'm sorry about that. I just don't really I don't get it. I don't get him. I'm missing something. I'm sure I'm wrong. I just don't.
I suspect because I don't know that he had this crazy fan base or anything. I think it's just that he lived kind of a cool life.
Yes.
And people were
And
like,
he
wow,
did.
someone like that could be depressed and kill themselves.
And he did. But there was also some of like the way the documentary. Somebody wrote a good negative review about it, which I read, and it was so anti. He wound up dating one of the Harvey Weinstein's victims at the end. Asia Argento.
Oh yes, yeah, because she ended up getting canceled after that.
Yeah. And like they make her out to be a witch in this thing, and like like she ruined the almost in a way, like saying she played some sort of role in his downward spiral.
I really hate that.
Which I found, and by the way, they don't. And maybe she You know, let's ask the filmmaker to come on, Dave.
Sure.
I think it's Morgan Neville, maybe, is the documentarian. Because, you know, everyone's on burying her in the last half hour, and she's not there.
Right.
So I don't know if they asked her to come on and she didn't, but if they didn't ask her, it's pretty shitty. I mean, they really make it look bad.
Well, even if she's the reason he killed himself, if we don't know that, it's pretty shitty to put in the documentary because that person has to live with that.
Well, I mean, they don't say that, but there's sort of this.
I know, but I'm sure they know what they're doing.
And by the way, like, that's not why you kill you. Like, that's not how it works. It's just stupid.
Exactly.
Like, you know, it's a symptom of, you know, and it kind of comes out of when you watch it. First of all, he talks about having this massive heroin problem. They never very briefly talk about that. And they don't really give any sign that he's depressed. And then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, he killed himself. And you're just going, what the fuck?
Like that Jeffrey Epstein documentary.
Yeah, it's just weird. I really didn't like it. The more I think about it, the more I like it less and less. But maybe but you're right. I think that's a huge part of his appeal was he would travel all around the world and go to these cool places and meet these people and eat this. Yeah, he was a good personality. But yeah, I wasn't like watching. I wasn't like, wow, I'm captivated by this guy. And when he died, you're right. They should talk about the end. There's this massive, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sort of like, I just missed the boat on him. I don't know.
Was he just like a deeper Guy Fieri?
In a way, sort of.
I mean,
he traveled a lot more.
Artsy show.
Yeah, he traveled. And
he was a sophisticated Guy Fieri.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Man, I don't
And it
watch
was
a lot.
also when that happened. I think it was like 2 weeks apart from like Kate
Kate
Spade
Spade,
doing
yeah.
it. So
Right.
that might have added to the talk about depression and all that sort of shit.
I think so. Yeah, that's probably true. All right, load up, Dave.
Load it up.
All right, let's go. You're on with Mike Geary and Justin Trudell and Dave Cullinane and myself on a Monday.
Hey, Kirk.
Hello.
It's Gay Pat.
Hello, Gay Pat. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to know if you'd be coming into the office to participate in trivia.
I don't plan to. No.
Oh, that's a little upsetting. Being a new member of the team and all, I was just trying to feel out what are some of your strong suits.
Well, I mean, you should go back and watch the film from last season, Pat. I mean, I would assume you do
I'm a
that.
little bit more of a music guy, so I don't want to step on your toes here, but
Okay. Well, I mean,
I consider myself a music expert.
I mean, this is my team, though, Pat. You do understand that, right?
Well, I want to feel you out. I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay. Well, good. Shoot.
All right, I got a couple here. Let's see. Knighted by Queen Elizabeth in 1998, this artist released "Candle in the Wind" in tribute to Marilyn Monroe.
I believe it's Elton John, Pat. Yes, go ahead.
You've taken some deep cut. There's no way they're gonna ask this hard a
I think I
question.
know where Pat's going with these artists, but fine. Go ahead.
This artist was a part of the pop duo Wham.
I
before
mean,
releasing solo hits.
Pat, there are more art.
You're gonna have to expand your.
I guess I'm not gonna say Andrew Ridgely. I suppose it's George Michael in Wham.
Correct.
Thank you.
Number 2. Crowned the king of Latin pop by the hits "Living La Vida Loca."
No, that's ridiculous. That is.
These questions are very willy nilly. I don't see any pattern to them.
Are you talking about Ricky Martin?
It's 3 for 3, Kirk. I got one more for you.
Go ahead. I think I actually know where you're going to go with this one. If you're good, I think you're going to go this way. Go ahead.
Born in Zanzibar and regarded as one of the greatest singers in the history of rock music, this queen died from AIDS in 1991.
No, thank you though, Pat. I
Did
thought
you
he was.
think he was gonna say singing in his kitchen.
Yes, yeah. The new producer Jerry Callahan. He's been, but he was a singer, by the way.
He's certainly a good singer.
Crooner. Yeah.
Look at me. I'm gay.
By the way, I wasn't here to hear the song, but I think Warden of the North might be the new guy as far as parody songs go.
Well, I mean, there's a crown to be taken,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, Steve's a Liar guy, I think, is in it's like in Godfather 1 when Duvall says that Don's in semi-retirement.
Yeah.
I think that he's in semi-retirement right now, just enjoying his life, and, it's his prolific work, and he lives off his catalog.
Carano also hasn't really done one in a long
No,
time.
Carano's busy now. He's got Quantum Week. He's got Jerry's podcast, and, I think he's, I wouldn't be surprised to see Carano slip away from this world entirely.
Really?
He is the musical director of the Wilbur, correct? So he is involved there.
Oh,
That's
right.
true.
Yep.
As of now, he is, but maybe Jerry's going to put his foot down. I don't know.
I can report some good collaboration between Dave Cullinane and Matt Carano yesterday.
What do you mean?
Just very helpful. I was very well. I
Why
don't
do you
want
say
to. He
these
asked
things?
for he asked for things, and I gave because I had a lot of stuff that I have access to.
I want
that-
somebody to write that down and tweet out. When we do the transcriptions and the guy doesn't like cursive.
I'm trying to think of the right way to word
I want that said. I want it here because that made Even by your standard,
No, I know.
no sense.
I'm trying to think of the way to word it. He needed access to a lot of Jerry's things.
What
that I gave
happened?
him.
Just tell me how to word it.
Oh, just like every social platform, the podcast distribution,
Then
all
say
that stuff.
that.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. In my head, I'm just an idiot. Yeah.
Good job, Dave. Very good.
But I just meant
That's really important information, Dave. Thank
the
you.
important information was that there was strong collaboration between two people that you think hate each other that may not. That's
So you're saying Matt's a new producer of the show.
Yeah.
And he asked you for passwords to like social media stuff?
Correct.
You gave him to him?
Yes.
What are you nuts?
Tale as old as time. I almost feel like there's a sequel in that story. Unbelievable. A lot of meat still on that bone.
He does the same thing Craig does, by the way, trying to prove to you that he likes Carano.
Yeah, he hates him. It's fine.
Yeah.
I do
So does
not-
Craig
I-
probably.
Same with Craig. He hates Carano, and he tries to make it seem like he
I'm
does.
just gonna. All I thought about with Carano was that they wouldn't vibe with each other. Him and Jerry wouldn't.
Okay,
vibe.
maybe
That's
they
all.
won't. Maybe
they
they're
won't.
proven right.
Let's
Who
see.
They'll be
knows?
vibing
That's
today.
fine. I hope it. Yeah, they're going right now. Jerry is probably ranting away about.
They're done.
Some chemistry.
What?
They're done.
Oh, they're
I
done.
already played the audio. Yeah.
Oh, well, you said you got it live on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I ripped it live from YouTube. Yeah.
Good rip, Dave.
I didn't just get it.
Nah.
I was ripping it.
That's a strange word choice.
The old, the old. There it is. Right off of YouTube.
It seems like you've calmed down with these two. You were very angry with them.
They
on
suck.
Friday.
I mean, they are what they are. Like they just suck at their jobs.
We mean well.
Yeah, they're right. They're good people. Like I don't dislike them.
Okay.
I felt bad. Like I do think Justin. Like when this is the difference, right? So I can yell at Dave all day. I can even yell at Steve all day.
Oh yeah.
I can yell at you, right? Whoever. Like I think when I yell at Justin, I'm like, oh shit, what if he kills himself?
Right.
And it's not even like I'll feel bad that he's dead. I'm like, oh god, people are gonna tweet at me. It's gonna become a whole thing. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to put out a statement.
Like, and I'm thinking, like, oh god, do I have to? Will I have to like my career be over? Like, will this be? Well, I won't go to jail for it. I don't think. But it won't look good in trial when they play the video of me chucking the taser at the thing. So I actually called Justin and said, hey, just so you know, it's no. So you're doing a good job. He is doing. I don't know what he does, but he seems like he's doing.
He's good at it.
He's very
whatever
active,
it is.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he adds anything, but he's a good kid. He's trying.
Yeah.
So I said you're doing a good job, and but remember, show first. That's all I care about. And he said okay.
Can I offer one mild defense of Justin from that?
From the mini golf thing?
Yeah, no, I think it was. I don't love the idea, but it's tough because you said like, how is that related to me? You, I don't think Justin's trying to make himself a star. I guess is my defense. Where it's tougher, like you wouldn't want to do that shit. So
Right.
Justin's like, well, what if me and Dave do it?
We want to
You know?
defend their knockoff of Ken and Curtis.
No. I don't want to. No, I'm all right with that.
Well, how do you like make a post show unique again? You know, like they're all the same.
Just talk
Everybody
about the
just
show. Yeah,
no, I know, but I guess from my perspective,
here's the thing, Dave. I'm not looking for it to be completely unique. Like I saw that idiot cunt face Red being like, oh, why would you take that show off? Because it ripped off the EI show entirely.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for do a post show if you guys want to do it. Great. Don't rip off that show. Just talk.
No, but my perspective was just like I want to make it sound different than what other like he's just talking to Tim and Canton. I want it to be different than that.
Right.
So I wanted to add something new, and obviously it was a bad choice to rip it directly. More about how you responded to it.
Things.
Yeah, you're right. Ripping it.
It's okay. Go ahead. They still loaded up?
They are still loaded up. 630.
Hey, Kirky, you'll never guess who it is. It's me, the Capes Crusader. It's Batman.
Holy shit!
Wow, that's a big get.
This is pretty exciting. Hello, Batman. How are you?
Oh, Kirky, it's good to talk to you. I know I just had to shoot something your way. I'm in
Cookie
my
Monster is
Batmobile
Batman.
flying through Gotham. It's
You're
crazy.
I don't think you
anyways,
fly. I
was
don't think.
trying to tell you.
Does it? I don't believe
Think
so.
so.
the
He's just a
Batmobile
regular
is
guy.
it's very versatile. It can go up. It can go in the road. It can go in the water.
okay.
It's too deep. It's far too much. I don't want to give away my schematic.
Why Batman? Why? Here's a question. I've been working on this, and nobody else is. I do some investigative stuff. I've never seen you and the billionaire Bruce Wayne in the same room. Would you care to comment on that?
That's a very interesting point, and I actually can't comment on it. See, he's actually my uncle, is the thing.
What?
I blew it.
That's
All right,
what?
never mind.
Goodbye.
So now we know who you are.
It's not really his fault. That's breaking news.
The defense would have been, I've not been in the same room as a lot of people.
Right, that's true.
You know?
That's the old Cliff Clavin
To
argument.
give it away.
Yeah. Have you guys got that episode? You got to that episode yet where Cliff Clavin's on Jeopardy or no?
Next week.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's right. I wonder how many shows Trebek was on. Like that.
He was in How I Met Your Mother, I think.
Yeah, I bet you he was in. I know he was on Beverly Hills 90210. I can confirm
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yes.
Can't think of any others, but I'm sure he was.
Good episode. Brandon, Andrea, and Claire were all battling to be on College Jeopardy. Andrea wound up, if you didn't see the episode, wound up going
I
on
did
there.
not.
Yeah, it was after she gave birth to her baby, Hannah Zuckerman.
That's pretty good.
Hannah Zuckerman Vasquez from Jesse Vasquez, played by Mark Damon Espinosa.
I don't see you being a big fan of those shows.
Oh,
Slip
in
one
high
every
school,
week.
90210?
Yeah.
Fucking A, I was.
Was that like everyone, like even guys were into that?
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but sometimes I'd quietly watch it by
Okay,
myself upstairs.
gotcha. Well, I bet all guys did that.
I
where they
watched
didn't
every
tell each
episode.
other. Yeah.
90210?
Oh yeah, yeah, because my brothers and sisters were into it.
Great show.
Yeah. The Nanny he was in. Seinfeld he was in.
Oh right.
Charlie's Angels.
Well, I don't think he played himself in Charlie's Angels on Jeopardy though.
What episode of Seinfeld was he in?
I mean, Charlie's Angels, the movie?
Oh yeah, it is a movie. It didn't say TV. Yeah, he was in.
There was no Jeopardy on TV. Oh, okay.
Yeah, true. How I Met Your Mother. You were right. The Simpsons. Hot in Cleveland. So he did that. Ned and Stacy. I don't know what that
When was
is.
he on Seinfeld?
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, I'm sure he might have been, but
Seinfeld, 1996. It was the abstinence episode.
It was? He was in that?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Let me see. Huh.
Orange is the New Black, by the way. That was the latest one.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
What's he got coming up?
That's not-
Pre-production?
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's inappropriate, poor guy. Just not right. All right, take a few more.
This is really testing my Seinfeld knowledge.
Oh, Justin.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Justin Trudell on the phone right now.
Sure, get him on. Put him on there.
Justin.
So that's the one with George. Hold on, 1 second. Well, I don't mean to get. So that's the one George is a genius, right? The abstinence.
Yes.
Okay, where is Alex Trebek in that? I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead, you two get back to what you're doing. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Justin.
Yep.
Was he at the
Justin,
career
would you
day?
make me come? Justin.
Okay. Yep.
Talk to me. Dominate me.
What are you doing? Where are you?
I'm outside in the nature, and I want you to be my daddy.
All right.
Justin, talk to me.
Go, Justin.
Okay.
Jesus.
What's your name?
Dominate me.
By another man at the same time.
It's quite a talent.
Yep. What's in your ass right now? Tell me what's in your ass right now.
Harry, turn up the TV.
Yeah.
Your little monster peenie. Justin.
Yes, you're inside of your ass.
Don't
Do it
yell
now.
at me, Jesus.
Your son is here. You're allowing this.
What? Were you a kink shamer, Mike?
No, that's true.
I'll punch you in the face if you don't.
Chain on my neck.
But what?
The leash on me and walk me. Walk me down the park and punk me hard. Justin.
Okay.
Look.
Sounds like the guy in Men in
I
Black.
want you to be my daddy. Please, Justin.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like you're getting there.
Of course, I remember Mike. The guy who's calling his kid is also watching television. So.
Talk to me right now.
They cancel each other out or no?
Nothing gets me harder than hearing Justin go, all right. Come on.
Bring him home, Justin. Bring him home.
Okay. You almost there? Yep. Just keep going.
Big guy.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You're not giving birth, Justin.
Taste your fingers. Taste your fingers. You fucking piece of shit slut. Now,
See if he's drunk.
go outside. Go outside. Go outside with your pants down. Go outside with your pants down and just start walking around the street.
I don't really understand that. What is that? How
It's
is
very
that?
sexual.
What is that?
Just start walking around the street.
Oh, yeah, I want to touch you.
No touching me. Touch yourself. Too bad. Too bad. Not yet.
Justin's a better YouTube host than he's a dominatrix.
Yell at me. Yell at me so hard.
Go ahead, Justin.
You
yell.
fucking suck.
Oh,
there you go.
It almost sounds like Dave's playing Justin Drops.
Eat it.
They don't quite make sense.
Yeah, right. They're
I
just
want to eat your poopy.
What's he, what?
Poopy so.
Oh, poopy. Okay.
Oh, no, don't eat that. That's very, no.
That's where he draws the line.
No.
Sir, that's unhealthy.
You can get disease and stuff
Naughty
like that.
for you, Justin. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm too naughty for Justin.
Justin, you tell this guy how many slaves are in America right now?
There's over
Good boy.
Shit, what was the number? 200,000.
Do you want?
You said 400,000.
Man being dominated by Justin. Would you like Justin to talk to you in a sort of a Jedi sort of voice, like some sort of Star Wars voice?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Skywalker, please.
Go ahead.
I want your lightsaber. Give me
lightsaber.
They're both just.
Can I do Obi-Wan Kenobi instead?
Sure, but don't ask me. You're in charge of this.
Yeah, I'm telling this guy, bitch, I'm Obi-Wan. I'm not Luke.
That doesn't really. Okay.
Hello there.
Oh, you are Obi-Wan.
There you go.
You're a good Obi-Wan.
There you go.
The Force is strong with you.
Yes,
Oh,
your
the
feelings
Force.
deceive you, young one. Yes, these
Force.
feelings you are feeling, do not suppress them. You're not allowed.
These feelings you are feeling, do not suppress them.
Did Obi-Wan say, yes, that often?
Oh, yeah,
Save me from Vader. Protect me from Vader.
No. Fall to the dark side.
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay. Come back now.
This feels like a decent time to talk about BetterHelp.
I don't see the connection.
I need it. Maybe it's a reach. You go to. Oh, really? Just couldn't quite get it.
I like.
I always think there should be good chemistry between a dominatrix and somebody being dominated.
I think there was.
Yeah, there was.
I always like when Alba says, "We about done here? We wrapping this up?"
What's up? Did Justin say that to him when he started, or no? Before this conversation? BetterHelp is customized online therapy, which I think we could all use. Offers video, phone, even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want it. There should be, I hope, although I'm sure I'm wrong. There's still sort of the stigma attached. There should not be. I mean, come on, we know this. Everyone goes through stuff and you need to talk it out. And sometimes you need to talk to somebody who's not in your life. It's just easier. They can hear things that you may not want to say, or there's things that you want to explore, or thoughts that you have. In a lot of ways, you just heard that, really.
Sure.
I mean, if you need to do that, maybe there's somebody for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's much more affordable than in-person therapy. You can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. BetterHelp listeners get 10% off, or this podcast, rather, listeners, 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Kirk10, BetterHelp.com/Kirk10. So what it was betterhelp.com. Please go there today. George got all the questions right. He was watching an episode that.
So they count that?
And maybe it was done, like maybe Trebek was acting, though.
Oh, like it was original.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I haven't seen an episode in forever, so. I don't watch Seinfeld anymore.
It's going to be on Netflix soon.
I know. Yeah, I'm sure it'll do great.
Although that's weird because I've watched Seinfeld on Hulu here and there, but I always watch Seinfeld because it was on TBS.
I like the randomness of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but you can do that on Netflix now, right?
Oh, you
Skip around?
can?
I think so. No.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong.
Even then, though, I kind of like, I haven't seen this one. I don't know. I like that with All in the Family, but which, by the way, all Norman Lear shows are going to Amazon.
Ooh.
Yeah, All in the Family. I'm sure that'll be a controversy.
They'll remove a lot of episodes.
Well, even now, the one that I DVR'd on, now they have a big disclaimer at the beginning.
But didn't they do that for
Well, they did in the original show itself.
Yeah.
But now they have a new one that's like,
okay.
Just so you know, the show was on in 1971, and people thought differently then. Like, no
Does it
shit.
really say that?
Basically, it's like, no shit.
Yeah, like the episode where Archie is in the KKK.
Yes, he wasn't in the KKK. He did not join the KKK.
No.
They burned a cross
He perused.
on Meathead's yard, and he did not. He didn't do it. No. I'll take a few. Are you still loaded up, Dave?
Still loaded up.
Take a few more. I'm not sure if it's even worth taking calls after that.
No, I can see why you would think that.
Hello.
Hey, Kirk, Princess Diana, big fan.
Oh, wow.
This is Princess Diana calling?
Yeah, Princess Diana, just sitting down here listening.
Where are you?
Well, I'm down here.
You're in hell?
Yeah, that's right.
Why is that? You seem like you were a good person. You did a lot of charity work, no?
Yeah, I did a lot of charity work, but that was just a front.
Oh, well, continue.
Okay. So I was just fun. I was part of a Epstein's gang.
I didn't know that, Princess Diana, but okay.
Anyway,
it's not the best Howard Stern impression I've heard.
Anyway,
go ahead.
Anyways, the real reason I'm calling is I have an issue with Cullinane.
Oh, good. Thanks for that bullshit front before you got to that.
All right, what do you want, Princess Diana?
Well, I had a big issue with something he said last week on Friday. He said something so ridiculous. I felt compelled to call in for the first time.
Okay, go ahead.
he said that before the pandemic, he would go to the grocery store every
day.
fucking day.
Yes.
What the fuck is that? I get doing it around like the Yuletide, but I mean,
I'll be
every
fair
day
before
and
Dave gives
normal
before
rest of
Dave
the
gives his
year?
answer. Mike knows this is a long time, and you should know this too, caller. There's no bigger grocery store fan than me. It's true. I've been calling grocery stores around the country for years.
Yes.
I
Have
like
you gone in every day?
But every fucking day.
I like the nostalgic feel. There are times. There's a grocery store near where my shrink is, where there's certain aisles. If I walk down those aisles, it looks exactly like it did in like 1986. The cereal aisle looks exactly the same. I love it. I love the smell.
The boxes are smaller now.
I love the
Boxes
music.
are
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for me, Princess Diana. How would you know? You've been dead for 22 years.
You're bigger.
I go. That's true. I go up and down the aisle. It's nice. There's always nice air conditioning. The music's playing. I like. Let Dave answer. I like a good grocery store, and I'm not a big I don't want to have 76 bags. If it was just me, it'd be one bag at a time.
Sure. Is that why you do it?
I just get my dinner, basically. I will get what I'm going to make for dinner that night. I am in and out in less than probably 3 minutes.
I don't have a problem with that. That's not a psycho
on my way.
move.
It's on my way home.
I'll defend Dave on that.
Why not just buy all your groceries at once?
Because I like the experience of going to a grocery store.
I'm asking him.
No,
you don't go every day.
That's true.
No, I just think it's quick. It's
Dave,
easy.
do
It's
you
on my.
Instacart now?
What'd you say? Say that again.
Dave, do you Instacart now?
I do not Instacart. Nope. Grocery store right on my way home every day. Pop in quick. Done. Quick. 3 minutes.
I'll do self-check if you're still curious about my experiences there. I'll occasionally do a self-checkout, though. I will do that.
Okay.
Although I like the old... I like waiting. I don't mind it.
I could never do that. If there was no one at those if it was only self-checkout, I'd be like, I guess I'm not getting anything today. Or I'd have to steal it. I'll swipe my card through, pretend I'm doing something.
It's true. I didn't think of that. It's a good point.
I'm gonna hang up. I don't have any other questions.
Oh, you're still on.
But I love the show.
No, thanks. Goodbye. All right. Still loaded up, Dave?
Still loaded up.
One or two more. Done it all today.
I wonder if we're at the point with Dave now that there will be an investigation to see if he's lying about going every day.
Well, that's the thing. Dave's not
Tail
hated
him on the
like
ride
that.
home.
Yeah. Right.
239.
He's not the cook that Steve Robinson is.
That's
Kirk,
true. Too.
what's going on?
I don't think. Are you, Dave?
No, definitely not.
Good move, Dave. Dave does not want any part of the Steve feud. Steve, 1 second, buddy.
There isn't a Steve feud.
Sure. Steve has gotten crazier and crazier on Twitter too. He tweeted something yesterday. I was like, what the hell is he talking
He
about?
texted me yesterday
did?
about Twitter. Yeah.
What did he text you?
I misspelled disdain the other day. I spelled it with a T instead of a D.
On purpose or no?
No, I'm just an idiot.
Yeah.
In fact, it changed to distance, and I was like, no, stupid spell check. But
what a duel between you and the spell check.
But Steve texted me and said, I guess I'm a couple days late on the disdain joke. So he's still slamming me for my
wow
my idiocy.
You've talked to him more recently than I have.
Yeah. Oh, but I meant to ask about that. Did Big Cat say that?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I
was surprised you weren't more interested in that because I didn't understand it. Right.
Well, I think he thought, because I think Big Cat checks in every 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So he probably got me the day where I was not but there's no, I know from Steve's end, there's no issue. And Steve pitched that idea to me before he did the Dan. I didn't care. He was talking about doing a travel log and thought Barstool might be interested, which I said, great.
Oh, because it confused me because I was like, well, if he's burnt out, why would he want to film himself on this fucking...
True. Yeah, I guess, but it's but that seems to be something he likes to do. Though.
Yeah, and if it's something that's going to come out when he's done, then that makes more sense than hey, gang, it's Steve from the road.
Well, I'm not sure what the appeal of that would be, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, what's up, buddy?
I had a couple questions about your case process.
Okay.
So when you were picking your case about Jennifer, were you looking for cases that weren't really covered in the media?
Yep.
Kind of just some things that gone, okay. Well, there's a case I've been reading about. It's from the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
It got a little bit of national attention, but I think it needs the Kirk Minahan touch.
Okay.
Have you heard of the disappearance of Johnny Gosh?
The disappearance of Johnny Gosh. Go ahead, continue.
People were surprised.
Well, it's serious. Kid went missing he was a paper boy, went missing in, I want to say, Iowa in the mid-1980s.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yep. 82.
Yeah, 82. Yep. He was one of the first kids that they were posting on milk cartons for when he went missing.
Right.
Mom got super involved with the case.
Oh,
Never
you know what? I
really
saw this
got-
documentary. It's on Amazon. Yes, I did see it.
Yeah, I think the kid might still be out there, or someone knew of him later in life, because his mom said that he came and visited her when she was
living alone in
Yeah, I remember
Iowa somewhere,
that.
and it was
Yes.
like 1997.
Right.
There was a really interesting character who played a big role in that. Paul Bonassi. He claimed that he abducted Johnny. He's still out there somewhere too, but I think there's still something that's not been revealed yet to the public,
Okay.
and I think that
I'll take a look.
yeah, I think you need to get on that.
All right. Thank you. What's funny about the world, I don't know why the world works this way. Like, it's a good caller, nice guy, brings up an intriguing thing, but yet the guy in Justin is so much more interesting.
Oh, much better.
I don't
Yeah,
really
of
understand
course.
how the world works. It just works that way.
It's a fucked up place.
Yeah. You know, a nice guy and has good intentions and like it's
Right.
you
And
know,
he had
trying
a
to-
legitimate. I thought he was going to have a joke prepared. But
as a name, it seemed like a setup or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yes, I did see that. It's called Who Took Johnny? I forget, but it was on Amazon. It was pretty good. Yeah. But I feel like, again, that's been covered. I don't mean that in a crude way, but like I guarantee there's been podcasts and documentaries and
Yeah.
it's kind of, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm always fascinated by it because he said he might still be out there. Like, Amanda Berry, the
Yeah,
Cleveland girl.
yeah.
I'm always fascinated more by the case, like, what's her life been since then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, coming back
Like
into
today.
society. Yeah, like what
Yeah.
you doing right now?
Yeah.
Not that I want them to fucking bombard her, but
I'll get her on the Blind Project.
get her on the phone. Yeah, Craig, get on that.
Yeah, that'd be a good guest.
Now, Amanda, are we sure this man is even guilty?
Right.
Hey, I had a palatial basement. It seemed pretty comfortable.
It was at Dangerfields. That's why we're doing it first. Keep up, Amanda. Jesus. All right. Hello.
I think we need to investigate the disappearance of that guy's personality.
Me?
No, the last caller. Take it easy, Mike. He's not-
This guy's not exactly brimming with.
Yeah, I mean, you got to come in stronger than that, buddy.
Did you get the to the bottom of the Alex Trebek on Seinfeld?
We did. Yes, we did. We did.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
That's
Let's
okay.
see, what else do I have? What are your thoughts on pasta salad? Mayonnaise or Italian dressing?
Ugh. No, negative on either one. Out.
Both, huh?
Out.
And Mike?
I find mayonnaise. I find the word mayonnaise
Ugh,
disgusting,
I hate mayonnaise.
so I'll never eat it.
I hate it. Fucking hate it. So it might be the food, whatever I hate the most.
Okay. Gotcha. That's it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, come on.
You want Dave's take on mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise is gross.
There we go. All right. This could be the last one. If it's a good one, could be the last caller, Dave.
207.
Okay, yeah. Jennifer Tilly, solid side boob in Moving Violations.
Ooh.
You slow it down.
Whatever happened to Mr. Skin, by the way? Did he get ruined by like the?
I imagine. Even when you guys were having him on, it was sort of like, well, we could just Google search.
I just enjoyed the brain more than anything else. I didn't even care about just the idea that he remembered everything.
Oh, it's
And he
fascinating.
did.
Yeah.
Like, he actually did.
Yeah.
Somebody DM me this weekend to book him. Somebody said that'd be great, but
sure.
Yeah.
Hold on, anytime. I love Mr. Skin.
Hey,
So it's a
Perk,
skin
I got a
terms
golf
or
thing
not?
at the end of this, but
Oh, but by the way, before I'll give you a second. I mean, there's nothing more boring than watching Colin Morikawa win a major. Nice kid, great player, but I'm so sick of these fucking Koepkas, Dustin Johnsons, these fucking factory machines who just fucking fairways green.
I was gonna ask- 'cause I'm-
fairways green, so boring. I was rooting for Spieth like crazy because Spieth at least he bleeds out there, is fucking crazy ups and downs.
Oosthuizen, he struggles.
He's a loser though.
Yeah.
Like Morikawa is a great player. Nice kid. Everyone says he's a super nice guy. He's gonna have a wonderful career. I wouldn't if I was walking up to the fucking first tee Woburn Country Club and he was there and it could just be him playing. I'd be like, you want to just go ahead and I'll wait a half hour and I'll go play by myself. Like I have no. He just bores the fucking shit out of me.
Really?
Great, but a tremendous player. I mean, he's won 2 majors, but
Yeah.
ugh.
Because usually golf doesn't catch my
first date?
eye, but usually golf I don't give a fuck about. But that caught my eye, like how young he is and everything. I was
Yeah, he's won his first Open. He won it. His first PGA, he's won it. He's played 8 majors. He's won 2.
That's wild.
One of the 2 guys, Tiger's the other one, have 2 majors. I think under 25. I mean, but like I don't care about. He's a fucking. It's not his fault either. But like, he is a factory produced machine.
Yeah, but so is Tiger, and people were
Sure.
into him.
But yeah, and maybe if Colin Morikawa when he's older, there is sort of this thing where you kind of like I didn't root for Spieth 3 or 4 years ago, but not that he's old, but that he struggled. He went down in the dumps. He fucking sucked. And when he's out there, you see him. He's fucking nervous. He's fidgety. It's fun watching him play. Where Morikawa is just like
play out naturally. He could have a major meltdown and then be fun to watch.
Yeah, golf's that way. I mean,
Yeah.
he's people are like he's going to win like 12. He's not going to. It doesn't happen. Rory McIlroy hasn't won a major in 7 years now.
Yeah,
7 years, and everyone's like, oh, he's going to win 12 majors, 14 majors. What Tiger did is there's no comparison to it. It's not human what he did.
Is he walking again? By the way, I haven't heard an update on that in a while.
There was a picture the last picture I saw of him. He was out of his. He was still his cast, I think, but he was with his dog and he was standing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, good.
His caddy has been caddying for Fred Couples on the senior. I wonder if it's another year.
I would think. Yeah, I would think so.
Maybe next year's Masters is probably not the worst.
You think?
Maybe April.
Because they were talking about him
year?
not walking again.
Yeah,
so that'd be great.
Put out 2 new podcasts after Paul Flores got arrested.
Yeah.
They're talking about he raped a whole bunch of women, and it's kind of almost a throwaway. They said he raped a woman. She went to the police. She had a rape kit done. They took DNA. The DNA sat for 20 years. They checked it against Flores. It matched. They interviewed him, and he said, I wasn't there, and they dropped it. I mean, it was incredible.
Well, what do you want me to do about it? Great. What do you want me to do? It seems like they got justice. I mean, good for them. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for the call. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. That is interesting. They did a great job with that podcast.
DNA is like a fine wine. It's best if you let it sit for a few
and who
years.
knows if it's true or DNA? It's not like it's provable or anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of guesswork.
Right.
All right. One more. They still doing updates?
Almost.
All right.
Yeah, we're just missing one. Yeah.
All right. Hello.
Hey, Kurt, couple things. First, hey, please do not use Steve for the next part of the case. I was listening to some old episodes, and you didn't even want him to do it at the beginning. I guess maybe you didn't want him to get burned
Steve
out.
did a great job. Steve did a great. Steve did. So do I. Steve did a great job with the unbelievable. You will never get. Steve and I are brothers in arms. We were the situations we were in South Carolina. Some of the spots we were in where I thought we were gonna fucking die. I'm not gonna criticize Steve. I'm not gonna do it. I love the guy.
No.
Good for you.
Did a great job.
Yeah. I agree with you there. He did a great job.
Not a partner, but he's
he really
he's,
doesn't like the Metafans.
Well, neither do I.
Yeah.
You know, what do you want me to say?
I know, but he doesn't like them so much that he leaves.
So what?
He left. He left $100,000.
So what? It's not your money.
You're going to put more money in his pocket.
What do you care?
Yeah, but you're going to put more money in his pocket.
What do you care if he produces season 2 of The Case? You're not going to hear him.
I like that. He's like, I don't even want him to work on it. I'll never know about it. But.
Yeah, I mean, why would he even work on it? He left you. He left you in the lurch, and then you're just going to let him work on it again?
I will agree. Left me in the lurch. I had no. Look what I wound up with. That's a fair point.
Yeah, fair.
That's a fair point. I can tell you what. I would say Steve is the betting favorite to produce season 2 of The Case.
Wow.
Not a lock, but he's a betting. I would say he's a betting.
What about
Go ahead.
What about Jack Mack or Mikey Fowler?
I would love that if it was Jack Mack.
Travel with. I don't. You've been listening to me for a long time or no?
I have, but
Okay.
I mean, you could be in separate hotels just like you and Steve.
So let's say Steve and I were not in separate hotels. So I saw Steve in his pajamas in the fucking in the lobby of the hotel.
Yeah.
I don't know Mikey Fowler. I don't know Mikey Fowler at all. I don't know him at all. I mean, I know him. He's a nice guy. You think I'm gonna go to like wherever, Arizona, and like be in a car with Mikey Fowler or Jack Mack for 10 hours a day when I don't know them? No chance.
Mikey Fowler says some interesting things.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he does. He's a wonderful guy, but I don't know him. I have to be with people I know.
Right. Well, how are you going to get to know someone?
Yeah.
So if it's not Steve, then who would you do it with? Carano? Like, what would it be if it's someone you know? You know?
Probably Curtis, I think.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Be looking for a job by then, I think. Probably not. I think we re-sign those guys for life. Those numbers. Ooh. All right. Hello.
Hey, Kirk. Book question for you. What's one book that you've read either recently or over the last couple of years that you're dying to see be made into a movie?
I don't think like that. My brain doesn't work like that. I never, because you go see the movie and you've read the book. I never, my brain never works like that. I don't think that's, I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but.
You don't read a book and think this would be a good movie?
But but I'm not dying to see it made because I've read the book.
Right.
Like I would rather see if there's a big book, best-selling book in the movie, I'm glad if I haven't seen it. Like Gone Girl. I didn't read Gone Girl. Yeah. Well, I love the movie. Fincher did a great job with it. But like if I had read the book, there's a huge twist in the book, right? In the movie. Have you seen the movie?
Yes.
So, I mean, the movie's 10 years old, I think. So when you find out that she's still alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I had read the book, fuck do I care if I've seen the movie? There's no surprise for me then.
Wait, when you find out she's... am I thinking of the right movie with Neil Patrick Harris as one of the bad guys?
Yeah, isn't she supposed to be... Yeah. They think she's missing and dead, but it turns out she's actually alive and getting revenge on. Remember he opens the...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then she's in her car driving or whatever. That's like the big moment. Well,
yeah.
I presume that's in the book.
Right.
Like Misery. Like I read the book. I read the book Misery at basketball camp. I don't know, 7th, 8th grade, whatever year it was. And I loved it. I read it in like 2 nights. And then the movie came out, and I love the movie. Rob Reiner directed, William Goldman, great adaptation, obviously. Kathy Bates is great, James Caan. But like I read the book already.
Right.
It's still a great movie, but I don't know.
It doesn't surprise you as much.
Why? Do you have one caller or no?
Well, I mean, when I read the book Unbroken, it was such a fucking crazy story.
The movie sucked.
The movie was terrible.
Terrible. And
So my
Jerry
thought
and,
would be,
and Jerry and
it's
I.
really hard to do.
Jerry wanted to love the movie because he loved the book. I was like, Jerry, just admit the movie sucked. It's like Patriots Day. You wouldn't admit it. Like, I know you wanted to. Louis Zamperini's story is still great, but like, you could do a bad movie. You know who directed that movie, Mike? The Unbroken movie?
No.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was weird.
I saw it in theaters. I didn't hate it. It was.
Did you read the book
It was a
or
great
no?
movie. No.
All right. So if you read the book is one of the great nonfiction books ever written.
Right.
Like I've ever read. If you ask me 25 best books I've ever read, Unbroken, you're right, Colin. When I read it, I was like, how the fuck did I not know about this story?
Yes. So my thought would be, what's a book on that level that it's really hard to make in a movie? Who would you have direct and who's the cast?
Oh, why? Do you have one?
I mean, there's a zillion. I want your advice.
Like recently, you're saying, or no?
I want to any book, like in the Unbroken genre, where it's a true story, somewhat history based, and just the story itself is like unbelievable.
Yeah, you know what's funny is like a great book I read a couple of summers ago. I think Gary Pomerantz wrote it. It's actually about the Cousy-Russell relationship. It was actually a great book. And that could be decently made, but like, you know, it's hard. And I'm reading a great book. I'm just about to finish a great book that Lee Montville wrote. I can't believe how much I love it. It's about the 69 NBA Finals between the Celtics and the Lakers.
Yeah, that's the one you tweeted about. Right?
Yeah, and it's not really. It's about him. It's about him as a sports writer at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking great. Lee Montville's a great writer, but I'm like, you know, I am so into the book. It's unbelievable. Great book.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
I'm surprised because I saw the description is like it's about the 69 finals.
Right.
Or whatever.
But
Why would I give a fuck about
it
that?
isn't, though. It's Russell's last year. It's Russell versus Chamberlain, but it's his story as a sports writer. And just seeing what sports writers would go through back then just to get stories done.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Like he would write his story. Montville would write his story in his hotel room on his typewriter at the hotel in LA, say after a game in the finals. He would then, you know, rip it out. He would then drive to a Western Union in Inglewood, and they would send it to the Globe. Like, right. You know, like that was his. Or Russell, they hired Russell. Thanks for the call. They hired Russell to be like a bullshit like correspondent during the finals. He was the player coach in '69, so he would write a story after every game for the Globe during the playoffs. He would then have to call the Globe and read his story to the copywriter who would write it down.
Christ.
Bill Russell in 1969 was about to win his 11th title in 13 years. He was paid $200 a story for it.
Jesus Christ.
It's just, there's other examples where you're reading, you're like, this is just fucking insane. The Celtics in 69, Russell was the only coach. There were no assistants. Russell would travel, the trainer would travel, and the players, they would fly commercial, of course. The NBA in 1969, the NBA league office, the NBA had 6 employees. That was it. And they had an office. And that, like, it's just that stuff. And Montville's such a good writer, and he tells a story, and he's a young writer, but he tells about, that's what I called Jerry about last night, tell him about that, because his old editor, Bob Sales, this guy, Montville references in the book, so I told Jerry about it. Jerry likes Montville. The book is great. If you're a fan of writing, it's a great book. And if you're a fan of old NBA, it's great too. It's actually good because I care more about the 69 finals than this one.
Yeah.
I don't care about the fucking Bucks and the Suns. I don't even know I know the
Right.
Bucks are up, but I don't.
I'm sure there's interesting journalism going in on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, it's wild. All right. We're good, Conan. We'll wrap it up.
All right.
Go ahead, Mike, please. Patreon.com/blind Mike.
Please, yes. We're having a comedian on this week that you won't care about.
Who's that?
Renan Hirschberg. He does a movie podcast that I've become a fan of.
What's that? I like movie podcasts.
Joe and Renan talk movies. They're very...
Is it like they shit on movies, or what is it?
No, they talk about a lot of movies they love. There are some that are like classics that they shit on and critique, but I think they do actually have like interesting reasons when they critique them.
Here it is.
It's why I watched Cuckoo's Nest this week.
It's actually pretty good. They talk about Kenneth Lonergan movies.
Yeah. They're movie snobs, I would say, so you might like
that.
it. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Scorsese. All right. You know what? Subscribe.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I can just unsubscribe, right?
Of course.
You know you're dealing with. Let me see here. Okay, can I subscribe to these assholes? Well, now let me subscribe.
I don't see why you couldn't.
Oh, God, Joe List. I hate that asshole.
Why? Just because I said his name.
Yes. I was wondering. I'm trying to remember why I hate him. That's what it was. You mentioned him, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Right.
So he's on this week?
Yes, tomorrow. I think. Well, it'll be up Wednesday, I think.
What's a good episode here I should listen to?
I mean, they talk about Scorsese and they love Scorsese, so there's an episode there.
I'm sure there's a lot. I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, that's.
I'll give it a spiel. I'll start with Spielberg.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Patreon for them as well. What else?
We'll see. So multiple live streams this week because we only did one last week, so it was all pre-recorded. We pre-recorded some stuff, so I'll be able to take off weekdays in August if I need to.
Oh, good,
Yes.
good. Yeah, okay. All right, sounds good. We might have to do a show remotely, Dave. Are you ready to handle that?
Yeah, sure. When's that?
Well, it could be that if we go somewhere Tuesday, it could be that Wednesday or that Tuesday night.
Oh, right. Yes. Yep.
Could
We'll
be
be
the
ready for that.
guys just hanging out.
The boys.
You know?
Yeah, nice.
Getting in the car together and just going for a ride. Seeing that big road out there.
I don't make many rules, but I made a rule for that. Well, for the studio. The studio gear does not go with us when we travel. That's a new rule.
Yeah.
What if I say it does?
Oh, that's different. Yeah, no, you overrule the rules. Yes,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't care if it does. But
Yeah.
Well, how we do a
how's
show?
it a rule then? Who's abiding by it?
Dave's no rule. He's not
Justin and Dave. Justin and Dave. Yeah, it's our rules.
Yeah. So let's say we go on this 8-hour drive. We're in Pennsylvania or wherever.
Yep.
Wednesday morning, we get up, have a little breakfast. Yep. How are we doing the show?
I'm bringing all new gear with me. This does not move. Your mic stays there.
Okay.
Board stays here.
I'm fine with that.
All new gear.
You okay with that, Mike?
I'll allow it.
Okay. It's interesting, but okay. Big rule right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a rule that only he has to follow.
I mean, is it a Cullinane rule?
Yeah.
No.
You had the Robinson rules.
Oh, that's what it is. He wants to have that sort of I see.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's not it. But by the way, 2 minutes till Jared Carabas' announcement.
Oh!
I almost want to wait and then see you just to do it. Just do it.
Should I break it now or no?
Do you know how he's
Yeah,
gonna?
why
No,
not?
you don't want to step on him. Do you know how he's doing it?
I do not.
Okay.
No. Ooh, so it's at 12 noon live?
Yeah. So we got 2 minutes.
Ooh, call him real quick.
All right.
Oh, he won't answer.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
Why? It's 12. It's 11:58. It's not that. I mean,
Oh, and he's probably not doing it live, right?
It's not that big a deal. But yeah,
I wondered.
I'm very happy for him. I
Yeah.
love Jared.
Would I be able to guess it? Like, I think I have a guess in my mind.
A newborn can guess
Okay,
it.
all right.
I'm not giving you the exclusive.
Last chance. How are you doing this? What is the form that you're doing it on?
I wrote a blog that's going to go out in probably like 45 seconds, and then
oh, come on! Come on!
And then there's a video that's going out on the main handle.
You're not gonna give the exclusive 15 seconds before it goes out.
And we have to edit the podcast, so the podcast won't be out for 45 minutes.
You're live on YouTube.
I don't know what you're
I'm on
talking
the
about.
show.
Wow,
What
master,
is he-
wow,
no,
master.
no.
Shit, 2 masters. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Kirk. I appreciate it. It's exciting, and I know that the subject matter, it probably may not be your favorite, but I do appreciate the support, and I know that you do care.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Kudos to Jared.
Kudos to Jared Carabas, indeed.
Can I make my guess and you tell me if I'm on track?
Sure.
The corp is done, and A-Rod is now involved in some capacity with Jared Carabas.
No, that's not far off.
Okay.
I said, because he's going to Florida, right? I mean,
Yes.
he had been. He said
Yep.
that. I predicted something with Jeter, maybe, or just
nope.
No Hall of Famers or owners in general.
Hall of Famers or owners in general. I don't know that.
Okay.
I would just say what?
It's out.
I would say that the podcast may be sponsored by Foxwoods. That's what I would say. Oh, I guess it can't be because we're. It can't be, I guess, because we're. No, it wouldn't be because we're a pen company.
Penn National, yeah.
Is it up?
It's up. 43 seconds. You ready?
Sure. Go ahead.
Now I know it. I mean, that was easier to guess than I thought.
What's up, Jared? Oh, hey, what's going on? So, what are you doing in my house?
Are you sure that you're retired?
For the 5,000th time, yes, I am retired, dude.
So then, would you want to do a podcast together, David?
Just call me Papi.
Wow.
That's the one, because now people are going to expect this.
Let's go.
There it is. Call Him Poppy. Debuts August 4th.
Well, that's cool for Jared.
I'm happy for Jared.
Yeah, good
As
for
I
him.
said the other day, it's something that I may not be that interested in, but I'm very happy. I know he's interested. He's going to have all kinds of. I will say this, and again, if this is your thing, he's going to have big names. Ortiz is going to get big names.
Do you think there are questions Jared might not ask about?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a good chance. I think it's a good chance.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, big. I don't want to give away any. I don't know if they've, but they're big guests. Obviously, it's not going to be Jared and David Ortiz talking all the time. I think it's them talking to big. And again, if you like big names and big, it's for you. And I hope it does. I love Jared, so I hope it does really well.
My original
He's
guess
worked really
was,
hard.
My original guess was Jeter because he was saying Florida, Miami, all that type of shit.
My original guess was Ortiz.
Well, that's my original guess. But,
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's going to bring in a lot of revenue to the company. I'm sure it'll be a big.
His people will love it.
Exactly.
So that's good.
Is it going to be season-based like the Corp, do you think? It's going to be like 8 at a time
for
or
sure
something?
it is. For sure it is. Yeah.
I don't see Ortiz doing that every week.
And it's also I'm impressed that you're able to get Ortiz to do something like that for 8 weeks. But I think it's just going to be I don't know. I will listen to the first one. How's that?
Ortiz is just like, I asked Jared to pull this Richard Sherman sound. He doesn't fucking have it.
Fuck. August 4th is the first episode for that. So there you go.
Very good.
So congratulations to Jared and my good friend David Ortiz,
Bravo.
who Jared said when they're promoting will come in studio with Jared to promote the podcast. Dave.
Really?
Yes.
David Ortiz is going to be in this studio.
You can bet on that. That's what I say.
Going to need a bigger chair. Going to need.
Well, no, you won't. You can sit in mine.
That's true. Which is good because I'm low on Tide Pods. So if I have $3, hopefully I can.
That was the last time I saw Jared in person. Was that? I
The
think.
day I went away, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Right. With Justin, right?
Correct.
It all ties in together. So congratulations to Jared and David Ortiz. And we will see them in studio, according to Jared, in August.
Wow.
On the Kirk Minahan Show.
Very exciting.
My interactions with Ortiz, there have been 2 of them maybe. Super nice guy.
Oh, he seems like it.
And that's why the media fucking loves him. You know what he does? He treats them like human beings. And that's all you need to do to the media. They will love you forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I wonder if he'll talk any gamble. Being on a Penn National podcast, I mean.
I don't know if he gambles.
You know?
I have no
No,
idea.
neither do I. I'm just curious.
Who would know?
Yeah, right.
Who would know? I'll have to have Justin drive him around. He can't afford the Uber. Obviously, Ortiz got financial issues. He's got a fucking podcast with Carabas. It's not great. Not great for him.
First guest is Pete Rose.
It could be. Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Rose. All right, Mike, we'll see you Wednesday. Patreon.com/blindmike. Colin Ain as well. And Justin, we'll talk to you then. See you Wednesday.